seek him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven? Is he in hell? That damned elusive Pimpernel.
Presenting Marius Goring, star of the motion picture Red Shoes, as Baroness Orp's immortal character, the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, the adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring as Sir Percy Blakeney.
It was a sorry day for France when Paul Campon became a judge. As prosecutor for the Republic, he had been relentless and without mercy. As Judge Campon, his viciousness and cruelty soon became notorious, and earned for him the name of the Butcher of Paris. Tony Dewhurst and I were interested to see him for ourselves. So in our disguise as citizens of the Republic, we went one day to the Palais de Justice. In the crowded courtroom, Campon was passing sentence on a number of people already convicted.
Jean de Vivier, you have been found guilty of the theft of a loaf of bread. Sentence, 10 years. Charles Marie de Vivier, for receiving and consuming bread, well knowing it to have been stolen, 5 years. Jacques Lenoir, for obtaining money by false pretenses from an official of the Committee for Public Safety, 20 years. Henri d'Arlésia, for treasonable utterances against the Republic, death. Silence! I remind you, citizens, that any demonstration which may be interpreted as a criticism of this court's decisions is an offense against the Republic, punishable by law. So if you value your freedom, I would advise you to hold your tongue. Armand Maxime, you are guilty of resisting arrest and of wounding an officer of the Republic when in execution of his duty. The sentence is death. Pierre Latour, for stealing a horse and bridle, death.
I don't think I can stand much more of this, Bessie. I don't know. More than enough. Not that it's pleasant, is it?
Don't get away from here soon. I'll do something desperate.
Well, come on then. Let's go. Anyone sensitive to the temper of the people could feel their sullen anger, smoldering now, but likely at any moment to burst into flame. A flame that would be the funeral pyre of Judge Campon. I guessed that when the explosion did come, it would be the students of the Sorbonne who would set it off. And I guessed aright. One day, Tony brought me the news.
It's all arranged, Percy.
What's arranged?
A little surprise party for the butcher?
Campon, you mean?
Yes, of course. Thursday morning outside Notre Dame. He drives past on his way to the Palais de Justice.
What's the plan?
About 20 students to mingle with the crowd.
Armed, I suppose?
Naturally. On a given signal, as Campon's carriage is passing, they'll attack.
And then?
Well, I imagine it'll be a scramble for the honor of being the first to shoot him.
Tell me, Tony, how do you happen to know all this?
Oh, I just heard.
One doesn't just hear things like this.
Well, I happen to know one of the students involved.
And he told you?
Yes.
You're lying, Tony.
Now, look here.
Aren't you?
Look.
Aren't you? Now, tell me the truth.
But I've already told you.
The whole truth. You're in this conspiracy, aren't you? You're part of it.
Well, if you want to know, yes, I happened to meet a couple of students a week or so ago, a little inn near Saint-Germain.
And through them you met others, and through them others yet, and they all had the one idea: Campon must die.
That's right.
And so you all put your heads together and began plotting and scheming.
I suppose you could put it that way.
What other way is there? Sorry, Tony, but it's no good.
How do you mean, no good?
You can't do it.
Who says I can't?
I say you can't.
Now, be reasonable, Percy.
I know these students' plots. I've seen them before. They always fail because at the last minute someone talks too much.
It won't happen this time.
That remains to be seen. Anyway, you're going to have no part in it. Is that clear?
You can't dictate to me like that.
Oh, yes, I can. The League of the Scarlet Pimpernel isn't just a name, Tony. It's an active organization dedicated to a certain purpose, and as its leader, I've no intention of allowing my second-in-command to jeopardize his life unnecessarily.
I tell you, there's no danger.
No danger.
Well, not much, isn't it?
I'm sorry, Tony, but the answer is no.
Is that an order?
You want to take it as one? Yes.
Very well. If you insist on taking advantage of your authority.
No, it's not like that at all.
Perhaps I have the wrong idea.
I tell you what, it happened on Thursday morning, you say?
Yes.
Well, let's be there. Spectators. And if Campo does get his just desserts, at least you'll have the satisfaction of having seen it. Now, how's that? A fair compromise?
All right, Percy. You win.
The Thursday was a public holiday. That was why the students had chosen it, so that they could mingle with the crowds without arousing suspicion. About 9 o'clock, Tony and I took up a position near Notre Dame and waited.
There's some of the students now. Those three are talking together, straight ahead of us. There are two more, a few yards behind them.
How about this group over on the left?
I don't know who they are.
Well, I can make a guess.
What do you mean?
Republican guards in civilian clothes.
Not
I may be wrong, but I can usually scent them a mile off. If you ask me, those fellows over there on the right are more of them. That tall, dark man. I've seen him before.
I believe I have, too. I got it. Remember the time you rescued me as I was being taken from Rouen?
Yes.
And he was the officer in charge of my escort.
Positive?
I swear to it.
He's not here by chance, nor the others.
You think something's leaked out?
It's obvious. Now listen, Tony. We've got to get word to these students somehow. Warn them. Tell them to call it off. Think you can find their leader?
He's bound to be somewhere in the crowd.
Come on, then. Let's find him.
No, wait. What's the matter? Look. Compound carriage.
Too late.
It's passing them now. And there's the signal.
As the students moved forward to the attack, the guards shed their disguises and fell upon them in overwhelming strength. From the first second, it was obvious they had no chance.
Betty, we've got to go and help them.
Don't be a fool. Stay here.
They'll be slaughtered.
There's nothing you or I can do. One student fought his way to the carriage, and as he lifted his pistol, the fire guard cut him down. That was the closest Campo came to death that day. In 2 minutes, it was all over. But a deadly silence followed the clash of battle. A dozen or more students lay where they'd fallen. The rest had been disarmed and seized.
You were right, Percy. All those brave young...
Well, don't waste your pity on the dead. Save it for those who are still alive.
Yes, heaven help them.
Come on, they'll be combing the crowd soon. Let's get away from here. 4 days later, it was announced that the survivors would stand their trial the following day for attempted assassination. Their judge, Paul Campo.
The court will rise. His Honor, Judge Campo. The People's Court of the Republic of France is now in session.
Bring in the prisoner.
Bring in the prisoners. Bring in the prisoners.
Oh, look at those great wheals and bruises and the matted blood. Oh, they can hardly stand. Can you imagine what the poor devils have been through?
I can imagine it.
There's no end to this infamy. It can't go on. I tell you, it can't go on.
Tony, easy.
Silence!
The trial will begin. Prisoners at the bar, you have been found guilty after a fair and equitable trial
Fair and equitable trial.
of the attempted assassination of an official of the Republic of France. In your statements to the court, not one of you has expressed contrition for this dastardly act, nor has one of you sought the mercy it lies in my power to extend. Since you ask for no mercy, you shall have none. Indeed, I am resolved to make an example of you such as may deter others from following your misguided and evil lead. The sentence of this court is that each and every one of you shall receive daily a total of 100 lashes, no more and no less, for 30 days. And at the expiration of that time, those of you still alive shall die on the guillotine.
I got Tony out of it somehow and hurried him back to our headquarters. He was still seething with impotent rage.
If I could only get my hands on that swine, if only I could get my hands on his neck.
Take it easy, Tony.
It's monstrous. It's uncivilized, but it's worse than a Genghis Khan.
I know just how you feel.
Those youngsters, those good, decent youngsters, I knew them, Percy. I knew them all. Something has got to be done.
Don't worry. Something has been done.
Oh.
If only you hadn't been so excited in court, you might have looked a little more closely at the faces of the guards.
Blakeney, you mean that...
Yes. Fuchs's makeup wasn't quite up to standard. Surprised you didn't recognize him. Those students should now be safely on their way here to our headquarters.
But what about Campan? We can't let that monster get away with it.
My dear Tony, every now and then nature throws up a man beyond redemption. A man whose presence befouls the earth on which he walks. A man unfit to live.
You mean?
I mean that Paul Campan must die. Well, there it was. I had committed myself, and there was no turning back. Paul Campan, I had said, must die.
You mean that, Percy? You really mean it?
Certainly.
Well, how do you suggest? Will we learn his movements and lie and wait for him sometime, or shall we simply go boldly to his house, knock on the door, force the way in?
Not so fast. You mistake my meaning.
Yes, but you said...
I said Campan must die. I didn't say how.
Yes, but
My dear Tony, I know perfectly well that any one of the students we rescued will be delighted to blow his brains out. But we need something more subtle, if you don't mind. It's no good just killing the man out of hand. There's no poetic justice in that. Besides, it's much too good for him.
Yes, well, that's all very well, but how are we going to do it, and what are we going to do, Percy?
First of all, let's find out something about him, his habits, his associates, and above all, his weaknesses. And once we have his background, we'll know best how to strike.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
It was a great deal easier than we dared to hope. The following day, in an inn near Campan's house, Tony had the good fortune to get into conversation with a garrulous fellow who turned out to be the judge's footman. And within a few days, we had a fairly complete dossier on the man we had determined to kill.
Age 53, married, no children. Address, Faubourg Saint-Honoré. Parents both dead. Member of the new National Convention 1792, voted in favor of the King's execution. When the Constitution was suspended and the Committee of Public Safety was formed, he became Chief Prosecutor for the Republic. 4 months ago, this was followed by his elevation to the bench. How's that?
Quite a successful story. What about his associates, friends, and so on?
On intimate terms with various judges, leading lawyers, and members of the Committee of Public Safety.
Including our old enemy, Citizen Chauvelin?
Yes.
Excellent. Anything else?
I don't think so.
A little while ago, he was off the bench for a week. Said to have been ill.
Something to do with his heart, it was rumored.
Heart?
Yes, he gets occasional attacks, it seems.
I'll wager he had one after that affair outside Notre Dame.
Apparently he did. His footman says he was in bed for 3 days after it. That's why the trials were delayed.
Well. Friend of Chauvelin's. House guarded, weak heart. We should be able to formulate a plan out of all that. Let's put our thinking caps on. The following morning, as Judge Campan was at breakfast...
Excuse me, Your Honor, this letter's just arrived.
How do you mean just arrived?
It was delivered, sir, at the front door.
Who by?
By an urchin, sir.
Well, why didn't you seize him and ask him where it came from?
He didn't give me a chance, Your Honor. Just pushed it into my hand and ran.
All right, you may go.
Yes.
Well,
What is it, my dear?
How should I know? I haven't even read it yet.
I hope it is not another of those nasty, threatening letters.
I shouldn't be surprised.
I get so worried about you sometimes, Paul. And you are not well.
As I thought.
Why do people write such things? Surely they know you are only doing your duty.
Because the world's full of cranks, that's why. Listen to this. I have decided the world would be better without you, Judge Campan. Be advised at midnight on Wednesday, you will die.
Wednesday? But that is only 5 days from now.
Signed, Scarlet Pimpernel.
Oh, no. Why, that's that Englishman, isn't it? That terrible man who... Oh, Paul, I'm afraid.
The following morning, Campan received another letter. It said, "Just to remind you, midnight, Wednesday." The morning after that, he got another. "Remember, Wednesday, midnight." And the morning after that, yet another, which simply said, "Tomorrow, midnight." The same evening, Tony had some interesting news to report.
We've done it, Percy. We've got him thoroughly scared.
Splendid.
The footman says that when this morning's letter arrived, he was so upset he couldn't finish his breakfast.
I hope it gave him acute indigestion.
It seems Madame Campan's been having hysterics all over the place for the last 2 days. Campan packed her off this morning to stay with her sister in Caen.
Well, that's a relief anyway. Much better for her to be out of the way when the time comes. How about Campan himself?
Well, during the midday adjournment at court, he called on Chauvelin, spent almost an hour with him.
I wonder why.
Well, I don't know, of course, but I can guess.
Oh?
This afternoon, the guard outside Campan's house was doubled. I got workmen spiking the walls, and there's a guard room at the front gate.
He must be scared.
Percy, I don't need to tell you there's no one on earth who wants to see Campan suffer his just deserts more than I do. But are you quite sure everything's going to be all right?
My dear fellow, we've been over the plan in detail a dozen times.
Yes, I know, but... Well, it seems to me there's a very considerable element of risk.
I grant you, if things go wrong, there may be a certain slight danger.
I don't see why you should have to take the whole burden on. If only there was some way I could share
But
it.
there's not. It has to be a one-man job, Tony.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Wednesday night. That morning, Campan had received his final letter of warning. It had consisted simply of one word: midnight. Now it was 8 o'clock, and the judge sat alone in his library, quaking with fear, a loaded blunderbuss across his knees.
Huh? Who is it?
Capitale, quickly, Your Honor.
Pass well.
Stop conduit.
All right. I'll unlock the door. Come in, Captain. Well?
Take the report, sir. Everything is in order.
Your men are patrolling the grounds?
Yes, sir. 12 of them. If they see anything suspicious, they have orders to shoot first and ask questions later.
Very good. What's the time?
11:50, sir. Another 10 minutes.
Damn, yes, man, don't keep reminding me.
Sorry, sir. You did ask.
Oh, yes, so I did. So I'm sorry. My nerves are a bit on edge.
Oh, that is all right, sir. No need to be nervy, you know, sir. There's not the slightest possible chance.
You've already said that 50 times. Let's have another glass of wine.
If you don't mind, sir. On duty, you know.
Oh, very well. Please yourself. Your moral scruples don't run to the disapproval of me and another right.
Certainly not, sir.
Thank you. That's better. Who's that? Sergeant of the guard, sir.
What do you want, Sergeant?
Back the report, sir. Citizen Chauvin is here.
Chauvin? Tell him to go away. Judge Campan will see no one.
No. Wait, he may have news. Let him in, Captain.
You think it wise, sir? Well, you don't think he's enough to you? Well, of course not, sir, but anyway...
Let him in.
Very good, sir. Coming, citizen.
Thank you. My dear Campan, I've been worried about you all night. Thinking what you must be going through here. The suspense, the uncertainty. Terrible.
It hasn't been the most pleasant experience, pleasant evening of my life, I must admit.
So I thought, as a gesture of friendship, it was up to me to share the last few vital minutes with you.
Then you don't bring news of any kind?
The news? Why, no.
I thought perhaps knowing the Pimpernel's ways so well...
As a matter of fact, we did get a vague report that he was planning to force his way in here disguised as myself.
Disguised as you?
It is an old trick of his, you know. Quite effective sometimes.
Must be as clever as a devil.
Oh, he's no one's fool, is the Pimpernel. Still, not the slightest need to worry. For one thing, it wasn't what you would call a reliable report. And for another, if by any chance it is true, well, forewarned is forearmed, eh?
You look like it. Kind of you to have called, citizen.
Not at all, my dear fellow. Least I could do. Well, only a couple of minutes to go now, eh? Soon it will be all over.
Yes, thank goodness. Would you care for a glass of wine?
Just a small one, thank you.
You won't change your mind, Captain.
Well, if you insist, sir.
Who can it be this time?
Who's there?
Sergeant of the guard, sir.
Go away, don't bother us.
I thought you might like to know, sir. We're holding a man at the guard room. Claims he's citizen Chauvelin, sir. What?
So the report was right.
Don't open the door.
Nonsense. Listen to me, Sergeant.
Yes, sir?
I have good reason to believe the man passing himself off as me is, in fact, the Scarlet Pimpernel.
You don't say, sir?
Have you put him under arrest, sir?
No, sir. I was sort of baffled, sir. I mean, you coming and then him.
Then go back and do so at once. Have him seized and securely bound. And as you value your life, do not let him slip through your fingers, understand?
That's all right, sir. We will take care of him.
I shall wait here with Judge Campon and Captain Levitrier until midnight struck. Then I'll join you and take charge. Off you go now.
Very good, sir.
So we have got him at last. I have always said one day sooner or later he would overplay his hand.
I can't believe he tries such a thing.
My dear fellow, the Pimpernel will try anything. Lucky I decided to come along, eh?
I might even have admitted him.
Exactly. And suspecting nothing, you would have been completely at his mercy.
No, it doesn't bear thinking about.
Well, no need to worry now, sir. There it goes. Midnight.
And all is well. You are still alive, and your enemy safely hors de combat in the guard room.
Hard to realize it's all over somehow.
Come, my dear fellow. This calls for a toast. Drinks already poured, eh? Splendid. Allow me. Yours, Captain.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And yours, Campon.
Thank you.
To the glory of the Republic and the confounding of her enemies.
The Republic. The Republic.
You find the wine to your liking, Judge Campon?
Yes, all right.
Not just a little bitter?
What do you mean?
Permit me to present myself. The Scarlet Pimpernel. What? Oh, no, you don't, Captain. This pistol's loaded. Up with your hands.
The wine.
Not even the slightest trace of bitterness, Judge Corporal? I'm disappointed.
You poisoned me.
I said midnight.
You never.
Stay where you are, Captain.
But he may be dying.
He is dead.
You'll pay for this.
I dare say we'll all pay for lots of things on the Day of Judgment. Now, Captain, if you don't want your Day of Judgment to come a little sooner than expected, you'll do exactly as you're told. In a moment, we walk out of this room and out of this house together. You tell the sergeant we've urgent business, and that we return in 5 minutes to interrogate the Pimpernel. This pistol will be under my cloak, pointing directly at your heart. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
Right. Let's go.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
So we walked straight past the guardroom, a little to Sergeant's surprise, I might say. And a few hundred yards away, I clumped Captain Levitrier over the head with my pistol butt, just hard enough to put him to sleep for a while. And, well, here I am.
Well, it must have been an awkward moment when you learned that the real Chauvelin had arrived, eh?
No, not at all. I knew he'd have no chance of proving his identity in the couple of minutes that were left. After that, it didn't matter.
One thing I still don't quite understand, Blakeney.
What's that?
You didn't actually
poison his wine at all. You simply relied on the fact that the shock of believing he'd been poisoned would be too much for a man with a weak heart. Yes. Well, suppose it hadn't worked out that way.
The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring, is produced by Harry Allen Towers.
They seek him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven? Is he in hell? That damned elusive Pimpernel.
Presenting Marius Goring, star of the motion picture Red Shoes, as Baroness Orp's immortal character, the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring as Sir Percy Blakeney.
Among the many French aristocrats who had fled from the Terror to London was one Marcel Bouvelet. He was an old man now, but in his time he had been a person of great importance, a general in the army of Louis XVI. Tony Dewhurst and I had met him several times, but only in the most casual way, and it was with some surprise that we received a pressing invitation to visit him one evening. Out of curiosity, we went. Most retired generals are noted for their bluntness, and before we had been there 5 minutes, we discovered Bouvelet was no exception.
Cards on the table. You are members of the League of the Scarlet Pimpernel, are you not?
Listen to him, Tony. Oh, my dear General, you don't seriously suggest. Why, damn you, sir. Those fellows are little better than a pack of brawling ruffians. Not at all sure we shouldn't be offended, eh, Tony?
Deeply offended. I see you are determined to be difficult. Gentlemen, I am an old soldier. I have fought in 7 wars. I may have my shortcomings. Indeed, I admit them freely. But I do know men of action when I see them. So I beg of you, let us have done with this masquerade. Let us be frank, for I have a matter of importance to discuss.
Well, I can only repeat.
I understand I've sprung this on you a little too abruptly. Or you must forgive a blunt old man. Perhaps you would like a moment alone for consultation. I will leave you.
No, don't go. What do you think, Tony?
Might as well take a chance, I suppose.
Oh, I don't see what we can lose. What is this matter of importance, General?
That's better, much better. So, you admit your identity.
For the time being, let us say we don't deny it.
I am no splitter of straws, gentlemen, no juggler of words. If you do not deny, then you must admit.
All right, we admit our identity.
Excellent. Now that we understand each other, we can get down to business. But first, I want you to meet my man, Laurent. Will you be so good as to ring that bell, please?
Certainly.
I must tell you, Laurent has been with me 30 years. He was first my personal servant, then the major domo of my chateau in the Loire, and now,
Well, I do not know exactly what you would call him.
Your right-hand man, perhaps?
Oh, my right-hand man, my left-hand man, my everything man.
You wish to see me, General?
Because I wish to see you while you sit a ring. These are the two, Laurent, the two I told you of, Lord Anthony Dewhurst and Sir Percy Blakeney.
Your very humble and obedient servant, gentlemen.
Sit down, Laurent.
But, General...
30 years and still you have not learned to obey an order without question. Sit down, I say.
Yes, General. That is better.
Now, gentlemen, first, you must know that when I fled from the Terror, I was obliged to leave behind many of my most cherished and valuable possessions.
Many others had to do the same,
Oh, yes. Among the things I dared not bring was a diamond necklace which belonged to my wife.
We should explain, monsieur, that the General's wife, heaven rest her soul, has been dead now these 20 years.
Yes, I will do all the explaining.
Yes, General.
It was a very valuable necklace, a gift from the king himself. To live in England is expensive for a person like me. An English gentleman who knows of this necklace has offered me for it £100,000.
Well, it must be valuable.
So much money would settle all my debts and assure my comfort in my last years. For the sake of sentiment, I would prefer not to sell, but as your proverb has it, beggars cannot be choosers. The one difficulty, of course,
is that you haven't got the necklace.
Exactly. To the best of my knowledge, it still lies hidden behind a secret panel in my bedroom of the chateau, where I secreted it when I fled.
Who occupies your chateau now?
Oh, that I cannot say. However, you will begin to understand now why I have sent for you.
You want us to recover this necklace for you?
Precisely. It needs men of your stamp, men of courage and skill.
I am sorry, General. The answer is no.
No?
You obviously misunderstand the purpose of the League. Our concern is with the saving of human lives, not of baubles.
Is there no way I can persuade you? None at all?
Well, I must say the idea of recovering a necklace from under the very noses of our friends of the Commune has its intriguing side, eh, Tony?
And in a sense, we would be saving life. The General's life.
Well, do you think we might strike a bargain?
Oh, why not? I'm sick and tired of all the social fripperies of London. I'd welcome almost anything that offers a little excitement and action.
My dear Tony, you echo my own sentiments precisely. When do you wish us to start, General?
Then you agree?
On one condition.
You know you only have to name it.
For ourselves, we wish for no payment. But as you may guess, the League is always in need of funds. When we have delivered you the necklace and you have sold it, perhaps you may care to make a small donation.
Nothing would give me greater happiness.
Then it's a bargain.
Gentlemen, I am an old man with no facility for words, and so if my gratitude seems inadequate, please believe it is nonetheless sincere.
Save your thanks till we've done the job. We may fail, you know.
I refuse to admit the possibility of failure, particularly as you will have Laurent to help you.
Laurent?
But of course the whole thing would be impossible without him. He will be your reconnaissance unit. He will spy out the land, acquaint himself with the disposition of the enemy forces, report back to you, and you will then plan your attack accordingly.
Thank you. But if you'll forgive me saying it, Laurent isn't a young man anymore.
Sure, I'm only 52. Silence, Laurent!
Yes, General.
And this little adventure may prove to be not only arduous, but dangerous.
I assure you, gentlemen, to Laurent, the little danger is the spice of life.
I will be happy to accompany you, monsieur.
And so it was arranged. Bouvlet's chateau was a few miles outside Tours, about 150 miles inland from the port of Saint-Nazaire. The three of us, Tony, Laurent, and myself, journeyed by a small schooner to Saint-Nazaire, and there Laurent left us and went on ahead, after we'd arranged a rendezvous with him 3 evenings later at a village inn close to the chateau. We reached the inn at the appointed time, engaged a room, and within half an hour, there was a knock at the door.
Come in.
Good evening, monsieur. I saw you arrive, but I thought it wise to wait a short time.
Sensible precaution. Well, Laurent, have you managed to learn anything yet?
Yes, monsieur. I have learned a great deal.
Oh, splendid.
The chateau is occupied now by a certain citizen Flamand.
Oh, who's he?
Oh, he is the mayor and head of the civil administration of Tours. A gross and cruel man, so I'm told. Much hated by the people.
Probably corrupt, too.
I have heard that said also.
They're built to a pattern, these advocates of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Well, who else is at the chateau? I dare say there's a Madame Flamand, a brood of little Flamands.
No, he's célibataire, what you call a bachelor. Good, that might make things a little easier. It's simple enough to fool an adult, but children sometimes have an uncanny knack of perception.
Well, now the question is, what's our best way of getting into the chateau?
If you will pardon me, monsieur, I think I have exactly the solution you want. You have? Splendid.
Well, let's hear it, Laurent.
Today I chanced to be in conversation with one of the servants of the chateau. This Flamand is a difficult man. People dislike to work for him, and so he's always short of staff. At the moment, I'm told he's in need of a footman and a valet.
It sounds promising, don't it?
You should be a perfect footman.
I'm sure you'd make an excellent valet.
Shall I lay out the black velvet or the brown, sir? And which wig would you prefer tonight? Oh, shoes, sir. The silver buckles or the gold?
Oh, to the manner born. Well, Laurent, you seem to have taken care of it all very nicely. Thank you. Assuming we do get to the chateau, the next point is how do we locate the necklace? And how do we recover it?
As for locating it, sir, I can be of some aid there, too.
Good Lord.
In fact, I've already drawn for you a plan of the chateau.
What?
Here it is.
Laurent, you're indispensable.
For many years with the general, I've learned the value of a properly planned campaign. Now, here's the main floor. The various rooms I have marked. However, they are not important. The important room is this one here on the first floor. The second to the left from the head of the stairs. That is Flamand's bedroom.
And presumably that is where the necklace is hidden?
Correct, monsieur. The walls are of wood paneling. In the third panel to the right of the fireplace, in the bottom left-hand corner, there is a hidden spring. If you press this panel, it will open.
And there we'll find the necklace?
Let us hope so, indeed.
It all sounds very easy, I must say. I have an uncomfortable feeling it may be just a little too easy. However, we can but try. Next morning, in disguise as residents of Tours, we presented ourselves before Citizen Lambert.
So, you are looking for work, huh?
Yes, sir.
What are your names?
I am Pierre Dupré, sir.
And I am Jacques Renoir.
The papers?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Seem to be in order. Previous experience?
Oh, sir, 2 years as footman with Monsieur Vidocq of Angers.
Vidocq? Never heard of him.
Oh, he had very good connections with the government, sir. Very rich. A loyal citizen of the Republic.
I should hope so. Why did you leave? Dismissed for incompetence, I dare say.
Oh, no, sir. Monsieur Vidocq died last month. The widow had no place for me.
Oh. And you, fellow? What's your experience?
I was Monsieur Vidocq's valet for 4 years, sir.
Oh, this man Vidocq seems to have been in a very comfortable circumstances.
Oh, he was, sir. Great friends with Monsieur Chauvelin.
Well,
very generous, too, with his money, sir.
Don't expect generosity from me. I don't pamper my servants. I expect them to work.
Yes, sir.
Does that mean we are engaged, sir?
Well, I do not imagine for a moment either of you two going to be any good. Servants never are these days. However, you'll be better than no one, I suppose. You will report for duty at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
That evening, we had arranged to see Laurent again at the inn. But it was after midnight when he arrived. His manner told us at once that something had gone wrong.
Monsieur, I'm sorry, but I must get away from here tonight, at once.
Oh, what's happened, Laurent?
I've been recognized.
Recognized?
Yes, and as you know, I was here for a number of years with the general. There are many people in the village who would remember me. Until this evening, I was able to keep away from them. And then the most diabolical mischance occurred.
What?
As I was coming towards the inn, taking care I should not be seen, a man stepped out of a doorway almost into my arms, as it were.
A man you knew?
Yes, an old enemy of mine, a certain Sergeant Leroux. A scoundrel, if ever there was one.
He realized who you were?
At once, monsieur. I tried to think of some plausible explanation for my presence, but it was obvious he was suspicious.
Could this Leroux have any possible idea why you're here? Or that you're connected with us?
I don't see how he could.
Well, in that case, we're in no greater danger than we were. After all, we came here for a necklace, so we shall stay till we get it. Next morning, Tony and I began our duties at the chateau. Obviously, as Lambert's valet, Tony had a much better chance than myself of getting the necklace. Indeed, when we were able to meet about noon, I fully expected to hear he already had it. But no.
The trouble is, I can't get at the panel.
Why not?
Well, Lombard must have moved all the furniture around when he took possession. It's blocked by the head of the bed.
Couldn't you have moved the bed?
Oh, my dear fellow, it's a huge affair in carved wood with a great canopy. It must weigh half a ton. I did my best to shift it, but it wouldn't move an inch.
Could two of us move it?
Just about, perhaps.
Well, go to the scullery and borrow a broom. Say your master's bedroom is dusty and you want to sweep it out.
Yes?
Yes, well, then you start to sweep. And be very thorough about it. Move everything in the room. Chests, tables, chairs, the lot. Sweep behind them, over them, through them, under them. So you're giving the place a real spring cleaning. When you try to move the bed, you can't. About this time, I shall just be passing outside the door, and you call me to help you.
Oh, that seems simple enough.
Well, off you go. I'll give you 10 minutes, and then find some excuse to go upstairs.
Right.
It was perfectly simple, bound to succeed. But no. I sauntered upstairs. I passed Lambert's bedroom. Tony called me in for help. I joined him. We just about broken our backs, carting the bed clear from the wall when the door opened.
What is going on in here? You're a footman. You're not supposed to be in this part of the house.
I'm very, very sorry. I'm sure, sir.
It's not Pierre's fault, sir. I asked him to help me.
Help you do what?
Shift this bed, sir. It's too heavy for me alone.
Why do you want to shift it?
To sweep underneath it, sir.
Nonsense. What do you think this is, a lady's boudoir?
I like to keep things clean, sir. Monsieur Vidocq used to insist on me sweeping beneath his bed at least once a week.
Oh, yes, of course.
Of course, it was a much smaller one than
Oh,
this.
oui.
Much lighter. A Flemish designer, fancy, or...
No. Scandinavian.
I do not care if it was Chinese. I am not interested in Monsieur Vidocq's bed.
Oh, no, sir.
Nor do I see the slightest necessity for sweeping under this one.
Be amazed how the dust gathers.
Oh,
sir.
no, they never with
yes,
the document, you two. Anyhow, I have another job for you. I have some documents to be delivered to the clerk of the courts in Tours. Here they are. You're to take them to him at once.
Yes, sir.
And do not tarry on the way.
No, sir.
As for you, Dupré, remember you're a footman.
Yes.
Your duties are downstairs.
Yes,
Do not let me see you in this part of the house again.
No, sir.
A couple of idle good for nothing.
Yes, sir.
I knew it as soon as I clapped eyes on you. I'll be very surprised if either of you last a week. Off you go now.
Yes, sir.
Go on, get out of here.
Oh, yes, sir. Certainly, sir. It was after dark when Tony returned from Tours. Lambert was entertaining guests, and I was kept busy, first at the table and later replenishing their glasses as they sat at cards. 11 o'clock had struck before Tony and I were able to meet, and I realized at once that all was not well.
We've got to find that necklace and get out of here as soon as
Now,
possible.
what's the hurry?
Well, Lombard suspects.
Oh, nonsense. How could he?
Well, on the way into Tours, I took the liberty of opening the letters I was to deliver. One of them was an instruction to the clerk of the court to make inquiries in Angers regarding our supposed employer, Monsieur Vidocq.
Oh.
Of course, he won't get a reply for a day or so, but when he does...
That'll be properly in the fire, yes. Yes, we must act tonight.
Yes, but when?
It's no good waiting till the guests have gone and Lambert's gone to bed.
Well, that'd be fatal.
It must be now.
Dupré, where the devil are you?
I'm here, sir. Yes, sir.
Bring another bottle of wine.
Yes, sir. At once, sir. Go straight up to the bedroom and wait for me there. I'll join you as soon as I possibly can.
And when we've got the necklace?
We'll wait till the house has settled down to sleep. Then we'll creep out and down to the village, get hold of some horses, put as many miles between us and this place as we possibly can. With 6 hours start and decent mounts, they'll never catch us this side of Dieppe. It was another half hour before I judged it safe to leave Lambert and his guests. Making sure I was unseen, I hurried upstairs and into the room where Tony was waiting.
Oh, I began to think you were never coming.
I'm sorry I couldn't get away before. Come on, let's get to work.
I think the best way is to pull it directly out from the wall by its feet.
It's too heavy.
Well, I'll take this side, you take the other.
Oh, all right, let's try it.
Ready?
Yes.
A good steady heat.
I hope Lambert doesn't hear that noise.
Well, we'll have to risk it. Once again. Now, that should be enough, I think. Yes, it's clear about 2 feet. Can you get to the panel?
I think so. I'll get my breath back. Third to the right of the fireplace.
Yes.
Well, that must be this one. Bottom left-hand corner. Oh, hit my head. Got it, I think. Look, it's opening. And if I'm not mistaken, the necklace is in this box. Yes, by Jove. Look at it, Tony. Oh, it's beautiful. Well, I'm no judge, but I should imagine this would be worth a king's ransom. Yeah, you'd better take it, Tony.
No, you hold on to it.
Right. Now, close the panel again. That's got it. Now replace the bed. And if you drop it on my foot, I'll murder you. When I give the word, push.
What is going on in here?
Why,
Answer me, you pair of knaves. What sort of devilment?
Nicely done, Tony.
I won't keep you quite for long, I'm afraid. Let's get away from here.
We sauntered down the stairs as casually as we could. There was no time now to walk to the village for horses. We knew several of the guests had come mounted, so we hurried to the stables.
What do you fellows want out here?
Captain Fratinet and Citizen Beauregard are ready to leave. They want their horses saddled.
Does it take 2 of you to tell me that?
We thought that you might like some help.
Kind-hearted all of a sudden, aren't you?
No law against doing a good turn, monsieur. Is this the captain's saddle?
You leave them saddles alone.
I am in charge of this saddle. It'll do my own job in my own time. See, you get back and tell Captain what's his name and citizen who's it. They can have their nags in 5 minutes.
Sorry, but we can't wait that long. Oh. Bless my soul, Tony. You're becoming quite adept at that sort of thing. Practice makes perfect, they say. Wonder who saddles who? Never mind about that, you fool. Grab the first one you see. We're not out of here in 2 minutes. We're done for. Well, I'll take this. You take that. Whoa, bad boy. Whoa. Take it easy. Cut it dust, Sap. Stiff as a ball. Listen, Lombard must have come too. I'll wager he's screaming for our blood. Are you ready, Blakeney? Just about. So am I. Good. Let's go. For a few seconds, as bullets whistled around us, it was touch and go. But we managed to get clear. In another minute or so, we were out of the chateau grounds and on the road to Tours. Through the town, we galloped at full stretch. Then beyond it, we turned north on the main road to Le Mans, our ultimate destination, Dieppe, 200 miles away. A short distance outside Tours, we stopped for a breather. Oh, we've given him the slip. I'd not gamble on it. If I know Lombard, he's a pretty tenacious customer. At least he's no idea who we were, or why we were at the chateau, or which way we were likely to be heading. I wouldn't gamble on that either. Lombard's no fool. He's bound to have heard rumors of that necklace from time to time. By now he's probably put two and two together. That's all right. Listen. I don't hear anything. Yes, I do, by Jove. Horses. At least a half dozen of them. And coming this way. The chase is on, Tony. I have an idea we're going to have a very interesting trip to Dieppe. With frequent changes of mounts, and with only one or two brief rests, we reached Dieppe late the following night. Our pursuers had pressed closely all the way. There was no time to lose. We went straight to Jean Colbert's cottage. A boat, Jean. We must have a boat for England at once.
Oh, bien, monsieur. I have one ready for you in half an hour.
That's no good. We need it in 10 minutes. Less, if it's possible.
Oh, no. The store's to be attended to, sir.
Never mind about that. What we want is a boat.
It is a pity you weren't here 4 hours ago, sir. I sent off a friend of yours then, a man who called himself Laurent.
I assure you, Jean, if we could have been here 4 hours ago, we would have been. Anyhow, it's good to know Laurent got away safely.
He had ridden quite a distance, he told me. He was very tired.
Never mind about that, Jean. For heaven's sake, get us the boat.
Bien, monsieur. All right, sir. You come with me, huh?
It was a black night on the quay, and all we could see was the bobbing of Jean Colbert's lantern as he prepared the boat for us. Then, just as he had called for us to embark, it happened. The thud of running footsteps, black shapes emerging suddenly from the darkness.
Look out, Percy.
Hands groped at me. Fists rained on me from every direction. I fought back desperately, punching with all my might whenever a face loomed out of the blackness. Then, something crashed on my skull. There was an explosion inside my head. When I came to, I was lying in a small boat. I shook my head, looked about me. Tony was seated a few feet away from me, at the tiller. Dawn was breaking. Well, how do you feel, old chap? Oh, terrible. Bathe your face in some seawater. It'll help. Where are we? 4 hours out from Dieppe. 4 hours? What a crack on the head that must have been. Yes, I was terrified for a moment you were dead. Oh, what happened? 2 or 3 of Jean's friends heard the fight. Soon after you'd been knocked out, they joined in on our side. Lombard and company took to their heels. You're sure it was Lombard? I have the pleasure of breaking his jaw. I hope. Tony, the necklace. It's gone. Yes, I know. I searched through your clothes. So Lombard did know. Well, apparently he guessed. That's why he chased us all this way. Do you think we should go back for it? Oh, we wouldn't have a chance in a million. No, I suppose you're right. Well, what are we going to tell Buble? Well, the truth, of course. That we failed? Yes. I'm not going to look forward to that. Well, neither am I, but it must be done, I'm afraid. If this wind holds, we should be in London by tomorrow night. So there you are, General. That's the whole story. We did our best, but it wasn't quite good enough. We're both desperately sorry, sir.
Sorry? What for?
For having let you down, for having failed.
But that is where you are wrong, my friends. You did not fail at all. Oh, it was certainly what you call a near thing, but you did exactly what I hoped and knew you would do.
I don't understand.
Now, to an old soldier, it is simple. Your task was to draw off the main attack and allow the assault troops to strike unimpeded.
What?
You fulfilled that task admirably.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Oh,
nor I.
Ah, there are many covetous and dishonest people in the world, gentlemen. So when you have a valuable necklace, you take the precaution, if you are wise, to have made also a paste imitation. This I did at the time the necklace was presented to my wife. When I was forced to flee France, I hid the real necklace beneath a certain tree in the grounds of the chateau.
And the paste one behind the panel?
Precisely. When I sent Laurent with you, it was with instructions to recover the real necklace.
Oh, but why? Oh, if all went well and our visit aroused no suspicions, we'd return to England with both the real and the paste jewels.
Correct.
Whereas, on the other hand, if anything were to go wrong, suspicion would center on Tony and myself rather than Laurent.
Correct again. And you, gentlemen, being young and men of action, would have a much better chance of escape than poor Laurent. Silence, Laurent!
Yes, General. And did Laurent, in fact, manage to find and bring back the real necklace?
Look for yourselves, gentlemen. Is it not beautiful? And was it not worth the risk?
Worth it a dozen times over. Tony.
Inspector?
From now on, you take your orders from the General.
To come here again today, gentlemen, so that I may fulfill a certain obligation.
Oh, what's that?
You will remember when I promised you that if the necklace was recovered, I would make to your League of the Scarlet Pimpernel a small donation.
Yes.
You will remember, too, that I had been offered for it by an English gentleman 100,000 pounds.
Yes, indeed.
I have to tell you that the necklace has been sold and paid for, and that I am now able to honor my promise. This small piece of paper is a draft on the Bank of England. You will accept it, please, as a small token of my gratitude.
Thank you, General. Very kind of... Good Lord. Do you really mean this?
I most certainly do.
What's going on?
Look at it for yourself.
We'll be able to cheat the guillotine of a lot of victims with this. 100,000 pounds. They seek him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven? Is he in hell? That damned elusive Pimpernel.
Presenting Marius Goring, star of the motion picture Red Shoes, as Baroness Orp's immortal character, the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, the adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring as Sir Percy Blakeney.
Tony Dewhurst, just back from Dieppe, who brought the news to our Paris headquarters, the inn called Le Trois Épis. And bad news it was.
I hate to bring bad tidings, Blakeney, but we've lost Roussillon.
Our agent in Gournay, you mean?
Yes. I heard about it as I was passing through.
Well, how do you mean, lost him?
He was arrested 3 days ago.
Betrayed?
Well, it's hard to say. Perhaps he was just careless. Anyhow, there's one consolation, if you can call it that.
What?
Well, there's no danger he'll talk.
How can you be sure?
He was found dead in his cell the same evening.
Suicide?
Yes.
Poor Roussillon. He was a good man. We've got to do something, Tony. There are hundreds of refugees from the Terror looking to us to get them to England. If we aren't to fail them, we must keep the escape route from Paris open to the coast. The Gournay stage is a vital one. With no one there...
I know. One severed link and the whole chain becomes useless.
Exactly. Well, we've got to find someone to replace Roussillon.
What about Henri Chalon?
Who's he?
A draper in Gournay.
Do you know him?
Well, personally, but he's sympathetic to our cause and willing to help if called on.
Well, how do you know that?
Roussillon mentioned his name several times. He said he could be relied on implicitly.
In view of what's happened to Roussillon, I doubt if you'll find him very willing to help now.
Well, perhaps not, but unless you've someone else in mind...
No one?
Then at least we should put it to him. Give him an opportunity to say yes or no.
I quite agree.
And the sooner the better.
Agreed again. Gournay's watch from here, about 5 hours.
6 perhaps?
Splendid. We leave about 10 o'clock. That means we should be there by dawn. And so it was that next morning, Monsieur Henri Chalon had 2 unexpected callers at his little shop in Gournay. They announced themselves as merchants with samples to show, and he led them into his parlor where they could talk in private.
You will have a glass of wine, citizen?
Oh, thank you.
Kind of you, monsieur.
You won't think it ill-mannered of me if I don't join you.
Oh, not at all.
My stomach, you know, won't stand anything stronger than milk. I've been that way for years.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
One gets used to it. Your glass, my friend. And yours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you brought samples from Paris, huh?
Yes.
I must warn you, I'm in no position to buy much. These new taxes, you know, they leave the people with nothing to spare. However, if you'd like to show me what you have...
perhaps instead of the samples, monsieur, you may be interested to see, this.
The pressed flower, huh? Pretty little thing.
You don't recognize it?
I'm no botanist.
It's an English flower. They call it the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Huh? Very interesting.
I once gave a similar flower to a friend of yours.
Indeed, monsieur?
Armand Roussillon.
What makes you think he was my friend?
He told us, at least he told my colleague here.
He mentioned you many times, Monsieur Chalon.
Roussillon is dead now.
Yes, he was a brave man.
There are some who say he was a fool.
It depends on your point of view, of course. He believed in something and gave his life for it.
Yes, it's better to die for something, I suppose, than just to die as we all must.
Then you will help us, monsieur?
Help you?
You must guess why we're here. You know who we are.
Oh, how should I know? Oh, yes, a flower, but anyone can pluck a flower and press it.
What can we do to prove our identity?
It's true I did know Roussillon slightly. He told me once of a certain Englishman he knew.
Yes?
An English milord, he said, about your height and your build, monsieur.
Mine?
Yes. Of course, there are many people of your height and build. But he told me this English milord had a mole...
On the right forearm, just above the wrist. Would this be it by any chance?
What is it you wish me to do, my friend?
Carry on the work that Roussillon began.
Here in Gournay?
Yes.
You ask a great deal.
A very great deal. The rewards are small and the risks are grave.
And if I decline?
We shall have to look elsewhere.
It is important to find someone?
If scores of innocent lives are to be saved, it's imperative.
I see. Very well, monsieur. I am your man.
Splendid.
What have I to do?
It's perfectly simple. On the escape route from Paris to Dieppe, there are 6 stages. The only 2 that concern you are from Beauvais to here, and from here to Forges.
Our people travel by night and shelter by day. They'll be sent to you by our agent in Beauvais, whose name there's no point in you knowing. They'll arrive before dawn. You'll feed them and hide them where they can sleep. And after nightfall, you'll send them on to Forges to an address we'll give you later.
With Chalon filling the vital gap, the escape route began working again at full pressure. For a month or more, all went well. And then one day, Tony came to me with a vaguely disquieting report.
I'm worried about Fuchs.
Why, what's the trouble?
Well, he's 2 days overdue. He's escorting the Comtesse de la Reine and her 3 children, isn't he?
Yes, they left Paris 10 days ago.
6 days to Dieppe, 2 to return.
Yeah, he should have been back the day before yesterday. He assured me it would be.
Oh, I shouldn't worry. He's probably been delayed.
Oh, it's not like him. He's always so reliable.
Even so, anything may have happened. One of the children may have been taken ill, for instance, or a Republican troops may be a little more active than usual.
Oh, perhaps you're right. All the same, I don't think we should take any chances.
Oh, how do you mean?
Well, Harding's supposed to leave with the party tonight. I think it's unwise for them to set out till Andrew turns up and reports all's well.
Isn't that being a little overcautious?
Well, better to be that way than take foolish risks.
I suppose so. I'll pass the word on to Harding.
Right. If anything has happened to Andrew...
well, let's worry about that when the time comes. Personally, I shouldn't be at all surprised if he turns up sometime this evening.
But 2 more days passed with no sign of Fuchs. 2 days of steadily mounting apprehension. And it wasn't until late on the night of the 2nd that the door was flung open and he appeared.
Fuchs! Oh, we'd just about given you up.
Give me a drink. Something.
Brandy in the cupboard.
Right.
You hurt?
Oh, just a glancing wound in the shoulder.
Let me have a look.
Oh, it's nothing, really. Lost a bit of blood, that's all.
Oh, we'll soon see about that. What? Sorry. I like your idea of nothing. Unfortunately, the bullet went right through. We shan't have to probe. It looks fairly clean.
Yeah, drink this.
Thanks.
Better?
Yes, a lot.
Tony, hot water. Plenty of it. And bandages.
Right here.
When did you eat last?
Yesterday.
I thought as much. Tony!
Yeah?
Tell the landlord to prepare and send up a hot meal.
Right.
Now, what's this all about?
I'm afraid it's bad news.
The Countess?
Either dead or a prisoner. I don't know.
And the children?
They've been taken too.
How did it happen?
It was on the 5th stage. We left Forge after nightfall. And a couple of miles outside the town, we were challenged. The coachman whipped up the horses, and we tried to make a running fight of it.
How many of them were there?
4 or 5. Well mounted, too. It was pitch dark, but I managed to drop one of them as he drew up alongside. Then the driver missed a bend in the road, and we turned over into the ditch. After that, it was all a little confused.
I can imagine it.
The Countess was probably pinned under the carriage. Certainly unconscious. Probably dead. The children were seized, as they crawled out.
And you?
I fought as best I could, but they were too much for me. I was bound, and we started off the road back to Forge. Just outside the town, I managed to loosen my bonds and break free. I was hit by a random shot. Then in the darkness, I was able to elude them. I lay low for most of the night. I thought if I could reach our agent, Forge, I'd be all right. For about an hour before dawn, I crept into the town. I got there just in time to see them dragging him away.
The troops, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, he's been betrayed?
Either that or one of the children had unwittingly given him away.
That's a possibility, of course. Well, what did you do?
There was only one thing to do. I hid in a hayrick all day and then set off for Gournay. It took me 2 nights to get there.
You must have been all in.
I was, just about.
Here's the water and the bandages.
Thanks. Carry on with your story while I attend to this wound of yours. Shalom been taken too?
No, thank goodness. He looked after me like a father. I set off the following night for Paris.
You should have stayed a day or two to regain your strength.
I knew he'd be anxious. Besides, I wanted to get word to you of what had happened, in case you sent anyone else over the route. So, well, here I am.
Oh, things are a mess.
Well, what's the trouble?
Another link of the chain's broken, I'm afraid.
Oh, where this time?
False.
Not old Brichon, the schoolmaster.
I'm afraid so. We have to go that once. See if we can find someone else.
Fortunately, it won't be any problem.
How's that?
Chalon has an old friend there. Says he's absolutely reliable.
Splendid. How's that? More comfortable now?
Oh, yes, thanks.
Your meal will be up in a few minutes.
Good.
Did Shalom mention who this friend was?
No. He suggests you'd pick him up in Gournay. And he'd then go on to Forge with you and introduce you to this man, whoever he is.
Yes, so it seems the best plan. What's the time now?
11:15.
We can just about do it tonight if we ride hard. Here, tell the Austin to have horses ready for us in 20 minutes. Dawn was breaking as we clattered over the cobbles into Gournay. We roused Chalon, who welcomed us eagerly. He took us into the kitchen, gave us each a large bowl of hot soup, and as we ate, we talked.
Fuchs told us about this friend of yours in Forge. He's absolutely dependable.
Absolutely, monsieur. I've known him since we were boys together.
You think he'll be willing to act in Brichon's place?
I'm sure of it. We have talked many times. He believes in the same things as I do, you see.
Excellent. Will it be convenient for you to come with us to Forge tonight?
But of course, monsieur, I'm yours to command.
You've heard no news of the Comtesse de Lorraine and her children, I suppose?
Yes, no, monsieur.
Fuchs seemed to think it was the children who unwittingly gave Brichon away.
I wish I could agree.
You believe there's some other explanation?
I'm sure there is. Somewhere on the escape route between here and Forge, there is a traitor.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
As Chalon stated his conviction that somewhere between Gournay and Forges there was a traitor, Tony and I looked at him, startled.
Traitor, Monsieur Chalon? What makes you think that?
All the evidence points to it.
You mean Brichard's arrest?
And before that, Roussillon. Did it never occur to you to wonder how he was caught?
Thought he may have grown a little careless.
Roussillon was never careless.
Then you believe he was betrayed?
I have no doubt of it.
By whom?
I don't know. I wish I did. Could it be your agent in Beauvais, perhaps?
Milo? No. No, it's impossible.
Quite impossible. His loyalty is beyond doubt.
Oh, then we must look elsewhere.
I'm more inclined to think it's someone here in Gournay. Someone working in the dark.
If you are right, monsieur, I will find him sooner or later. And now, you have eaten well?
Yes, thanks.
There are beds upstairs. You must be tired after your all-nighter ride. You may sleep through the day without fear. I'll awaken you at sundown, and after nightfall, we'll leave for Forges.
About 8 o'clock, we set out. The new moon shed just enough light for us to see the silver ribbon of road that stretched ahead. After about an hour, we found ourselves approaching the black mass of a thick clump of trees. And then, with no warning at all, as we drew on it...
Halt! In the name of the Republic! An ambush! Right for it!
But it was too late. Shadows were swarming over the road. Hands were grasping at our bridles, others tugging at our legs to drag us from our mounts. It was a good fight while it lasted, but finally we were overwhelmed by sheer weight of numbers. We were disarmed, our wrists were bound, and then a lantern was lit and flashed in our faces.
Now, shall we go?
Under close escort, we were taken that night to the ridge of Saint-Germain, a few miles outside Gournay. There, for some reason, we were separated. Chalon was marched off under guard, and Tony and I, still bound, were thrown into a tiny wooden slabbed hut. The door was slammed to and locked, and we were left alone in the darkness, with Cartier's last words a warning to be ready to leave for Paris at dawn.
If we have any chance of getting out of here, Blakeney?
I don't know. How are your bonds?
So tight they're cutting into my wrists.
So am mine. A bit of play in my fingers, though. Yeah, come over here, close to me. I'll see if I can get at your knots.
How's that?
I can just about touch them.
Think you'll be able to do anything?
Oh, I doubt it. They're too well tied.
If only we had a knife or some sharp instrument.
Oh, might as well sigh for the moon.
Well, there's my watch.
It's hardly a sharp instrument, is it?
Well, if you could manage to get it out of my fob pocket, we could break the glass, perhaps, and that'll give us a cutting edge.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Think you can get it?
Well, I'll try. Hold still. Hold still. I think I can feel the chain. I think.
Get it?
Yes. Yes, got it. Missed. Got it this time. Slipped right through my fingers.
Well, at least we shan't have to worry about breaking the glass.
And if we can find any other pieces in this Stygian gloom?
Well, we'll have to lie on the floor and feel about as best we can.
Find anything?
It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. I'll touch something metallic.
Well, it's probably part of the watch.
Oh, there it is again. Slide over this way, Blakeney. Hey, you feel anything?
I think so. Yes, it's a piece of glass.
Can you get it between your fingers?
Yes, it's not a very big piece, I'm afraid. Well, never mind. It might do the job. Now, turn your back to me. Turn round. No, round. That's right. Move close. Right in. I'll see what I can do. It took 10 minutes of patient sawing before the first strand gave. I stopped for a moment to give my aching fingers a rest. And then we heard it. A gentle tapping on the wall of the hut.
Listen, Blakeney. There's someone outside.
There it goes again.
It's Fuchs. The code signal. I'll try the reply with my heel on the floor. Let's see if he replies. It is Fuchs.
Are you in there, Tony?
We're both in here.
Good. Call for the guard. Tell him anything that'll persuade him to open the door. Right. Leave it to me, Tony. You keep silent, except for an occasional groan, if you like.
What?
Guard! Guard! I can hear someone coming. Guard!
What's the trouble in there?
It's my friend. He's taken ill. I think he's dying.
Nonsense.
Well, listen to him. Oh, please do something.
All right, I'll go and tell the captain.
There is no time for that. Please have a look at him yourself.
Oh, very well, all right, then.
Thank you, Garth. He's over here.
It sounds like he's having a fit or something.
Well, that takes care of him. Come on, you two.
Our hands are bound.
No time to bother about that now. Come on. With Fuchs leading the way, we reached the main gate of the barracks. Waited till the sentry had turned his back, and then stepped silently through. A few hundred yards outside the village, we stopped in the shelter of some trees, and Fuchs's knife quickly freed our bonds.
Thank goodness you turned up, Fuchs. We wouldn't have had a chance in 1,000 of getting away otherwise.
Well, how did you happen to appear?
Yes, you're supposed to be in Paris still.
I had a feeling about you two, a sort of premonition, I suppose you'd call it. So the morning after you left, I rode after you. But you travelled the roads by day? Oh, suitably disguised, of course. Anyhow, I reached Gournay about dusk. I knew Chalon would keep under cover until nightfall, and then I guessed you'd all be going on to Forge. So I waited. I saw you leave and followed you.
Well, then you must have seen us ride right into the ambush.
Well, I didn't actually see it. I was too far behind in the darkness, but I heard it. And I managed to keep close enough to hear your conversation with the captain. Then you followed us here to Saint-Germain? Yes. Good work, Fuchs. If we weren't to have been taken before Chauvelin, we wouldn't have had a chance.
What about Chalon? Any chance of rescuing him, too?
Well, we've got to try. The trouble is, you've no idea whereabouts in the barracks they're holding him. He's not in the barracks at all.
Not? But last time we saw him, he was on his way under escort to the main building.
And soon after that, he was brought back. What happened to him then? I don't know. I had to keep under cover, so I lost sight of him. But soon afterwards, I heard horses' hoofs passing through the main gate on the way out.
I wonder why they could have taken him away.
I wonder. Gournay's only a couple of miles from here, isn't it, Andrew? Yes. Along this road? That's right. I see it all quite clearly now. Should have realized from the start, of course.
You mean...
Come along, you two. Before we return to Paris, we've a little unfinished business to attend to. It lacked little more than half an hour to dawn when we reached our destination in Gournay. We knocked 4 times before we heard footsteps inside, and then the door opened.
What's going on out there? Nothing so... Sounds an honest city.
You? Sir, you managed to escape, Monsieur Charlot.
Why, yes.
So did we, thanks to our friend here.
Aren't you going to invite us in, monsieur?
Yes, of course. Come in by all means.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keep an eye on that door, Andrew.
Right.
Tell me, monsieur, how did you manage it?
Manage it?
Your escape.
Oh, they locked me in a room.
Inside the barracks, you mean?
Yes, but there was a skylight to see, so I got on a table and put a chair on that.
And you were able to reach up and open the skylight and get clear?
Yes, that's right.
Splendid. You took rather a risk coming back to your house, sir, didn't you?
Well, I gambled on them not discovering I was gone for a while. And then there were things I had to do here, valuables to collect, papers to restore.
Have you done all that now?
Yes, I'm clear now.
Then we'd better go.
Huh? Go?
You are coming with us, aren't you, monsieur?
Well,
I think you should, you know. It's much too dangerous.
Well, I appreciate your solicitude, of course.
Not at all. You've served the League so faithfully. It's up to us to do all we can for you. But do you think we might have a glass of wine before we go?
Certainly. I'll get one, shall I?
Oh, don't bother, monsieur. I see a bottle here and glass.
I'm afraid we shan't get far before dawn. That means we shall have to hide during the day and make our way out to nightfall. But you won't mind that, will you?
Why, no, of course not.
Here are the drinks. Yours, Blakeney? Mine. And yours, monsieur.
Thanks.
A toast. To that elusive fellow, the Pimpernel.
The Pimpernel.
The Pimpernel.
Ah, excellent wine.
I'm glad you like it.
And we're so glad your stomach has improved, aren't we, Tony?
Oh, like it.
My stomach?
Successful impersonation depends upon the closest attention to all detail, monsieur.
I don't know what you mean.
If you'd studied Chalon as carefully as you should have done, you'd have known he didn't drink wine.
Oh, you're suggesting that...
What's happened to Chalon, monsieur?
This is absurd.
Is he dead or in prison? Answer me. Answer me.
I give you my word.
You were quite right, of course, when you said that somewhere on the escape route between Gournay and Forges there was a traitor, but you omitted to mention it yourself. Very clever. Chalon was caught. Chauvelin decided to play me at my own game, and so he put in one of his own men, disguised as Chalon. You betrayed Brichon, didn't you?
No.
And the Countess and her children.
No, it's not true. It's not. If I'd been what you say, wouldn't I have handed over your friend Folks?
Oh, no, you wanted bigger game than Folks. So you sent him back to Paris with an urgent message that you knew would fetch Tony and me. You knew about the ambush in advance. And after we'd been locked up, the captain very considerately set you free.
Lies! All lies!
And where is the real Chalon? Is he alive or dead? Answer me or I'll squeeze the life out of you. Dead? We'd better be going, Percy. It's almost dawn. Dawn, eh? The traditional hour at which traitors meet their doom. Shall we go, monsieur?
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
10 minutes later, we stood in a sheltered wood outside the town. Turney, Andrew Fuchs, myself, and the man who called himself Shallow.
You're not going to shoot me in cold blood, are you? That would be murder.
Oh, no, we play the game according to the rules, monsieur. Even a man like you has his chance. Turney, Andrew, I have 3 straws here.
Usual conditions?
Longest win. Yes. I'll go first. Oh, much too short, I'm sure.
This can't be it either.
Sorry, gentlemen. The honor is mine. Will you take over, Turney?
Yes, of course. You have first choice of pistols, monsieur.
Thank you.
You'll stand back to back, like so. You'll take 10 paces as I count them, and on the 10th you'll turn in your own time and fire. Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Shall we go, gentlemen?
The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring, with music composed and conducted by Sidney Torch. Produced by Harry Allen Towers.
They seek him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven? Is he in hell? That damned elusive Pimpernel.
Presenting Marius Goring, star of the motion picture Red Shoes, as Baroness Orp's immortal character, the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring as Sir Percy Blakeney.
From our first meeting, Citizen Chauvelin and I had been sworn enemies. And yet there was a time, I'm happy to say a very brief time, when fate smiled ironically and made of us reluctant allies. It began as a matter of pure chance one evening in Paris. Tony Dewhurst, Andrew Fuchs, and I, disguised as citizens of the Republic, were strolling along the Rue Saint-Honoré when suddenly ahead of us we heard a feminine scream. A moment later, a girl came running towards us, closely pursued by 4 men.
fellow's got a knife. Damn it, they mean to kill her.
Come on, you two.
I'll take the fat one. The tall one for me. Pardon our intrusion, gentlemen. Allow me. A little souvenir, my friend.
Oh, that knife, you dog. Look out, Tony.
Oh, no, you don't. Makes us 3-all.
3-2, I believe. Andrew, get that girl away.
Oh, but do as you're told. All right. Come with me, my friend. Republican Guard.
Heading this way.
I'll be a second. That disposes of you, my friend.
And you. Come on, let's get out of here. With seconds to spare, helped by the darkness, Tony and I slipped into a narrow side street. We twisted and turned, doubling in our tracks, till we were quite certain we had shaken off the pursuit. Then we made our way to our headquarters, the inn known as Les Trois Épis. Fuchs and the girl were already there.
Oh, thank heaven you've got away. You're both all right.
Except for a bunch of skin knuckles and pants.
Tony, I haven't enjoyed myself so much for months.
And you, mademoiselle, you're not hurt?
No, sir.
Just a little scared, still, eh, Aline?
Not any longer, sir.
So your name is Aline, huh?
Yes. Sir, I don't know how to thank you. You've saved my life.
Oh, nonsense.
With proof. Another second.
Well, perhaps the situation was a little awkward for a moment. However, it's all over now. You've no more need to worry.
No, sir.
But as a matter of interest, why were they after you?
Well, sir...
Of course, if you'd rather not tell us.
No, sir, it's not that. I know I can trust you, but it's also fantastic. I don't expect for a minute you believe me.
Well, why not tell us anyway, mademoiselle? Then we can decide for ourselves.
Very well, I will. First, you must know I am a parlour maid in the household of Citizen Mirabeau.
Mirabeau, eh?
You mean the politician?
Yes.
Member of the Committee of Public Safety. One of Chauvelin's strongest rivals, they say. Is that true?
I don't know, sir. I'm only a servant girl. I don't understand politics.
Who really does?
All I can tell you is that night after night, men come to the house. Important-looking men. For hours they sit and talk with Citizen Mirabeau behind locked doors.
Could be a conspiracy of some kind, I reckon.
If there's anything in the rumors one hears, I shouldn't be surprised. However, go on with your story, my dear.
Well, this evening they came as usual, 4 or 5 of them. They went into the master's library. I know it was wrong of me, but I was curious. At first I didn't understand what they were saying, and then one of them mentioned the king. And then another said something about Spain. Then the master said 6 months more should be long enough, and when the monarchy was restored and the king was back on the throne...
That's
what
nonsense.
he said, sir.
When the monarchy is restored and the king is back on the throne?
Yes.
But it is nonsense. The king is dead, mademoiselle. He died on the guillotine the 21st of January, 1793. Almost 2 years ago.
Oh, I know. I've spoken to people who were there.
Then you must have misunderstood what your master said.
Those were his words, sir. I swear it.
How can a man who's dead return to the throne?
I'll simply tell you what I heard, sir.
But what more did you hear, Aline?
Nothing, sir. At that moment, the master opened the door.
And you were caught in the act?
Yes.
Well, what happened then?
His face was red with anger. I was frightened. He swore, made a grab at me. I broke free and ran. He ran after me, shouting for the servants. I knew if he caught me, he meant to kill me.
How did you know that?
I just knew.
Because of what you overheard, you mean?
I suppose that must have been it.
And what happened then, Aline?
I managed to get out of the front door into the street, and then they came running after me.
But the servant?
And the master. He kept shouting for me to stop, but I wouldn't. I ran and ran till I was exhausted, and then, just as they caught me...
We turned up, eh?
Yes, sir.
Was Mirabeau the one with the knife?
No, that was Jacques, the head footman. The master was the big fat one.
Oh, yes, I remember. I have an idea I broke his jaw. I hope so, anyway.
And that is the whole of your story, Ali?
Yes.
You'd never previously heard any mention of the king?
No, sir.
And these friends of your master's, you don't know their names, I suppose?
No, sir.
Well, the first question seems to be what we are going to do with you, my dear.
You won't send me back, will you?
Oh, no. No. We have got to get you out of Paris, and as soon as possible. Later that night, when Aline was safe asleep in the Trois Épis, Tony, Andrew, and I talked over the extraordinary story she told us.
I simply don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. She must have misunderstood. She seemed very positive about it.
Too positive to have been mistaken.
You mean to say you believe the story about the king being still alive?
Stranger things have happened.
Yes, but hang it all.
I know. Thousands saw him die.
Exactly.
Or shall we say they saw someone die who looked like the king?
You mean someone else impersonating him?
Well, it's possible.
Well, do you think any man would willingly give up his own life to save another's?
Well, wouldn't you?
Well,
Well, suppose it were our own king. Question of his life or yours.
Well, I dare say.
Well, of course you would. So would any of us. There are many people in France today who still believe Louis was murdered. Don't forget, when he was tried by the National Convention, he was condemned to death by a majority of 1 vote in 720. 1 single vote.
But even
In other words, 360 members of the convention, many of them among the most powerful men in France, were against his death.
Yes, I know. But...
Isn't it feasible that with connivance from on high he was smuggled out of prison and that someone else took his place, some patriotic royalist, sufficiently like him so that disguised he might fool the public?
I suppose it could have happened that way.
Well, of course it could have.
Then you really believe that...
My dear Andrew, I've no beliefs in the matter at all. I merely say it's possible. Just as it's possible that Mirabeau was one of those who helped him escape, and that now he's leading a movement to restore the monarchy. After all, we know Mirabeau's ambitious. We know he's at odds with Chauvelin and his Republicans.
I believe you're right. It certainly all fits, but...
Venice, she said. Somebody mentioned something about Venice.
You think the king may be in hiding there?
Well, it's possible. Have either of you any very important business at the moment?
No, nothing very special. Huh?
Can you be ready to leave tomorrow morning?
Leave? For where?
Well, for Venice, of course. We found nothing in Venice. Our comparative ignorance of the language made it impossible to pretend we were natives, so we had to pose as English tourists. We dared not approach the authorities, and so day after day we traveled up and down its canals and narrow streets, listening to what gossip we could pick up in the inns and cafes, hoping against hope we might hear something that would put us on the track. And then one day in the Piazza San Marco...
Well, as you ask me, Blakeney, we're wasting our time. We don't seem to be getting very far, do we? Even if the king is still alive, which I'm beginning to doubt more and more every day, he's obviously not here.
How do we know he's not?
We've combed the whole city twice over. We couldn't fail to have heard something by now. Some small hint, some vague rumor. I agree with Tony.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps we have come on a wild goose. No, by heavens. We haven't.
Oh, what do you mean?
Look over there.
Where?
Where's that group of men standing before the Loggia at the foot of the bell tower?
Oh, what about...
Well, the one second from the right. Ever seen him before?
Can't be.
It is. It's Chauvelin.
It is Chauvelin, all right. Well, what the deuce is he doing in Venice?
The same as we are, I imagine.
Oh, the story's true, eh?
It begins to look that way.
Oh, I'd give a lot to learn if he knows any more than we do.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Oh, how's that?
By asking him, of course.
You feeling all right, Blakeney? Sure the Venetian sun hasn't gone to your head or anything?
Don't be a fool. I mean it.
What?
Quite seriously. Well,
what are you going to do?
Well, supposing I were to stroll over to him and say, "Hello, Chauvelin. Remember me?" Nevertheless, we decided that our approach to Chauvelin should perhaps be a little more discreet. And so late that evening, soon after Chauvelin had retired to bed in his lodgings...
Come in. Good evening, citizen.
What's this?
Not a word if you value your life. Get dressed. You heard me, and be quick about it.
What are you going to do?
You and I are going to pay a little call.
A little call?
That's what I said.
On who?
On an old friend of yours.
But I don't understand.
You will, soon enough. Now, stop asking fatuous questions and put on your clothes. Unless you prefer to walk through the streets of Venice in your night shift, of course. Don't waste time, citizen. This pistol's loaded, and I'm not a very patient man.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Come in.
Here he is. Came like a lamb.
Good evening, Citizen Chauvelin.
Who the devil are you?
Of course, yes. Well, allow me to introduce myself. I'm your old friend, the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Eh? You are what?
Yes, the Scarlet Pimpernel.
The Pimpernel?
Yeah. The most unexpected people do turn up in the most unexpected places, don't they?
This is an outrage.
Yes, it's terrible to think a person can't be safe from kidnapping, even in a law-abiding city like Venice, isn't it? Close the door.
Right.
And a bottle of wine for our guest.
I demand to know.
All in good time.
I absolutely
Yes,
insist.
of course. But first a toast. To our mutual success.
I have not the least idea what you are talking about.
You will in a minute. You don't drink.
No.
Persuade our guest.
I've already warned you, citizen. This pistol is loaded. Well, all right then. But under protest.
Oh, no, please. First, the toast. To our mutual success.
To our mutual success. And now, perhaps...
By all means, I'll be brief, citizen. You and we are here for the same purpose. It concerns a certain gentleman.
I don't know what you mean.
Please, cards on the table. We have reason to believe, as you have, that King Louis XVI may be still alive.
This is ridiculous.
And furthermore, that certain members of the Committee of Public Safety are actively planning his restoration to the throne.
This is absurd nonsense.
Naturally, you don't want that. And strange to say, neither do we.
What? I do not understand.
France has suffered enough, citizen. Another upheaval such as the last will most certainly plunge your country and mine into a destructive and bloody war. I take it we all agree that that's to be avoided at any cost.
Of course.
So you see, we find ourselves allies. Then, as allies, we must naturally work together.
You mean declare a truce?
I do.
I do not know what your real motive is, but it bears thinking on.
It bears more than thinking on. It bears deciding on. Now.
What is your proposal?
If the king still lives, you wish to find him. So do we. As you so rightly said, regardless of motives. We believe he's somewhere in or near Venice. So do you. Otherwise, you'd not be here. Let us each pursue the search unmolested. Agreed?
Agreed.
And if one needs the other's help, let us pledge it shall be given. Agreed?
Agreed.
You know, I never thought to shake the hand of Chauvelin. But here is mine to seal the bargain.
And mine. How long is this truce to last?
Till we are both satisfied that the king lives or no longer lives.
And after that?
After that is every man for himself, and devil take the hindmost.
Business as usual, eh?
Exactly. It was about noon next day, after a morning spent idling on the Rialto, that Tony returned with news of the sort we'd all been waiting for.
I overheard a couple of fishermen down by the canal. They come from Torcello. Oh, that's one of those islands to the north of here, isn't it? Yes, 8 or 10 miles away. I gather that some foreigners have taken over an old monastery on the island. The grounds are patrolled night and day by armed guards. Apparently, also, one of these foreigners is treated with great deference by the others. In fact, as one of the fishermen put it, almost like a king.
Almost like a king, eh?
Well, shall we pass on the word to Chauvelin? Why? Well, I thought we'd agreed.
Not at all. There was no mention of exchanging information. We simply agreed to let each pursue the search unmolested. That's correct, isn't it, Tony?
Absolutely.
Well, then we'll handle this alone.
Right.
Now, the point is, we don't want to draw attention to ourselves. So I suggest we disguise ourselves as fishermen, hire the dirtiest old gondola we can find,
and land on the island as unobtrusively as possible.
Exactly.
Right. When do we start?
As soon as we've had a meal. So come on, you two. Let's get to work. 3 hours later, we were on Torcello. It's a small island, and we had no trouble in finding the monastery. It stood about half a mile inside its own grounds, which was surrounded by a low stone wall.
Oh, the fishermen were right. Looked like an armed guard.
We've got to get past them somehow.
I have an idea.
What is it, Andrew?
You see that thick clump of bushes about 20 yards beyond the wall?
Yes.
Well, the guard will have passed it in a few seconds. Then his back will be turned to it for at least another minute. Now, couldn't we vault the wall and scramble under the bushes before he turns back?
Yes, good idea. We'll have to be very quiet about it, though.
Look, he's passing that spot now. Let us out.
Right. Come on, you two. We reached the shelter of the bushes with seconds to spare. Then, as the opportunity occurred, we wormed our way forward from cover to cover, till at last we were within 100 yards of the main building.
Apart from the guards, I see no sign of life. Do you, Blakely?
Not yet.
Well, perhaps we've approached the place from the wrong angle. Think we should split up?
Yes, it might be better. Look, you circle the place from the left, Andrew, and Tony and I'll go to the right.
Right. We'll meet on the far side.
Yes.
Right. See you later.
We've got to make for that clump of rocks, Tony. There's no intervening cover, so we'd have to crawl all the way. Ready?
Yes. No, wait a minute. I saw a movement over in the cloisters there. Yes, it's a group of people. You see them, Blakely?
Yes.
Yeah, they're coming out into the open now. I'll have a clear view of them in a second. There they are.
Tony!
What is it?
Did Did you ever see King Louis XVI?
Only once, and then just for a few seconds.
That small, fat man in the center.
You don't mean...
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, yes. The same plump, melancholy face.
What are we going to do?
Permit me to solve your problems, monsieur.
What?
You will raise your arms, both of you.
But look here.
Come on, you heard my order. That's more like it. Now you will stand. Look lively, Dick. On your feet now. Turn your back.
I assure you, there's some
We'll
mistake.
talk about that later. Arm too, huh? I'll take charge of his pistol if you don't mind. Keep your hands up. And if either of you tries to run, you'll get a bullet in the back. Now, quick. March.
2 years ago, I stood before the National Convention in Paris. They voted on my guilt and then on my sentence. What was good enough for a king should be good enough for you. Monsieur? Yes, the charge against these two men is attempted regicide. How do you find them?
Guilty.
Guilty. And the sentence? Yes. The court has decided. Captain, a fine party tomorrow at dawn.
The night seemed endless. At last, through the barred windows of our tiny cell, dawn began to break. There were footsteps in the corridor.
On your feet, you two. The time has come to be brave.
Under close guard, we emerged into a high-walled courtyard beyond the cloisters. The execution was to be quite an event, it seemed. His Majesty was there, with at least a dozen of his courtiers, chatting as casually as if they were at a play. We were stood against one of the walls, and the firing party lined up. Tony caught my eye and smiled.
Good luck, Blakeney. Sorry it had to end like this.
Yes, I'm afraid His Majesty plays our game better than we play it ourselves. I shouldn't have got you into this.
Oh, don't be a fool. We all have to die sooner or later.
It's been a good life.
You've been a good comrade, Blakeney.
So have you. The best a man could wish for. The firing party were called to attention. They raised their muskets. The captain lifted his sword to give the signal. With Andrew Fuchs and Chauvelin at their head, men poured over the walls and into the courtyard. The surprise was complete. The fighting was brief and sharp and deadly. Fuchs made straight for us, and by the time he had slashed through our bonds, it was all over. A dozen men lay on the ground. The rest had dropped their weapons and raised their hands and were being rounded up by Chauvelin's troops.
Oh, damn it, Fuchs, you got it fine. Another 10 seconds and we've been as fair to cook. Well, we had to wait for the right moment.
Better late than never. And how did you manage it?
Well, as soon as I saw you and Tony had been caught, I crept back to the gondola and returned to Venice. Then I told Chauvelin. He collected his men, and we returned here about midnight. We knew a direct assault on the monastery might fail, so we waited, hoping to catch them unawares. As it turned out, the luck was with us.
Thank heaven for that.
Oh, here comes Chauvelin.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm glad to find you well.
Not half as glad as we are.
Here you are alive, Chauvelin.
Ironic, isn't it? Still, one death cancels out another.
What do you mean?
You've saved France from a second revolution.
You've captured the king.
The king is dead.
What?
A stray bullet, I'm afraid. The fortunes of war. Come, see for yourself. Here he lies, gentlemen. His Royal Majesty Louis XVI, King of France.
You know, Chauvelin, for a man who's proved himself as clever as you, I must say, I'm surprised.
Eh? I don't understand.
Well, look at those gray eyebrows.
Huh?
See how the powder flicks off when you brush them. Quite black underneath.
You're right.
And that large Bourbon nose. See how cleverly it's been built up.
Yes, it is putty.
Exactly.
It's very bad makeup, really. We wouldn't do an art out there, Blakeney.
The king died on the guillotine on the 21st of January, 1793. This man was an impostor, the tool of Mirabeau and his co-plotters who planned to put him on the throne.
Do you know who he is?
I should say a second-rate actor from the Comédie Française. His epitaph, he rehearsed, but was never called for his greatest part.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
A couple of hours later, we were on our way back to Venice. Tony, Andrew, and myself in our gondola, and Chauvelin and his men in another, just ahead of us. Suddenly, Chauvelin turned and smiled. That old, twisted, crafty smile I knew so well.
You realize, gentlemen, that our truce has now ended.
Ended?
Precisely. We agreed it would last till we were both satisfied the king no longer lives. Those were our exact terms, were they not?
They were.
After that, you said, business as usual.
I did.
It seems, gentlemen, you are in my power. All my men have muskets, which you see are pointing at you. Fire! Fire, you fool!
What's the matter, Chauvelin? Really, Tony, have you been up to your tricks again?
Fire! So sorry, Blakeney, but with all that water about, I couldn't resist letting some get us there privately.
Waiter! Heat! Oh, by the way, Chauvelin, talking of water, I accidentally made a hole in the bottom of your gondola.
Oh, hello!
Hope you can swim!
The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring, is produced by Harry Allen Towers.
They seek him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven? Is he in hell? That damned elusive Pimpernel.
Goring, star of the motion picture Red Shoes, as Baroness Orcsey's immortal character, the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Started with an ugly rumor from Marseille. and by the time it reached the cafes of Paris, it had the ruffians screaming with glee. Tony Dewhurst and I, disguised as farmers from the provinces, got our first inkling of the trouble at the Café des Trois Rats.
The aristos will not be so ready to trust the Scarlet Pimpernel now, eh, comrade?
What do you suppose that's all about, Blakeney?
Listen.
Even an aristo will think twice before entrusting himself to the hands of the Englishman now, eh? Especially if the aristo has gone.
Perhaps the Pimpernel is on our side after all, comrades. He may take the place of Madame la Guillotine.
I don't like the sound of this, Tony.
Nor do I. I wish we'd been here to hear this from the beginning.
Maybe he enjoys the story enough to repeat it. Let's find out. Good evening, comrades. This friend of mine and I could not help overhear you speaking of the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Has Citizen Chauvelin finally brought the English devil to justice?
No, the scoundrel has not yet been caught. Well, comrades, a wealthy aristo and his family sought, with the help of the Pimpernel, to escape from France last week.
You know the name of the aristo, my friend?
Oui, you have heard of the Duc de Lamoignon?
Oui, we have heard of the cursed aristo.
He had a family, did he not?
You use the proper tense, comrade. Had a family, a wife and 2 daughters. They gathered together all their hidden gold and possessions. Once he had them aboard the ship and out of the port, the Duke and his family were set upon and beaten, then thrown into the sea.
And that is the truth of it, comrades.
I would like to believe it, my friend, but I cannot.
Are you implying that I lie, citizen?
How do you know? Are you the Pimpernel?
Do not make light of me. Do not make light of me. I know because I saw proof.
What proof?
The Duc de Lamoignon told the story himself in my presence.
But you said he had been beaten and thrown overboard.
The beating was not harsh enough. He was a man of strength. The water revived him and he swam ashore. And he told the tale I have told you with his dying breath.
I see. And you are certain he named the Pimpernel?
With my own ears I heard it, and with my own eyes I saw.
So what?
Notes from the Pimpernel, found in the Lamoignon's quarters. Notes signed with a little red flower the devil uses as his symbol.
How do you like the comrade's tale, huh?
I must quench his thirst in exchange. Take a glass with my compliments, citizen.
Merci, monsieur, merci. But you do not drink yourself?
The hour is late, and my woman waits for me.
And mine waits with her. We should rather face Madame la Guillotine than keep those 2 waiting.
Good night. Good night to you all. It is
Well, Blakeney, what do you make of that?
There's only one thing to make of it. Some devil is using the name of the Scarlet Pimpernel as a cloak for robbery and murder.
They'll come to fear the Pimpernel on one side as they fear the guillotine on the other.
A good man dead. A mother and her 2 daughters tossed into the sea. Well, get the 2 best horses you can find, Tony. Meet me at the Orient Gate in an hour.
Where do we go?
To Marseille. To bring a murderer to justice.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
We rode day and night, changing horses on the way. When we reached Marseille, we adopted the dress of waterfront ruffians and loitered about the wharfs, spreading a little rumor of our own.
We've been at this 4 nights now, Blakeney. I wish we'd get some sort of a nibble.
Don't worry, we will. As soon as the word...
Citizens!
Who's that?
Girl over there. By those wine casks.
Why do the citizens walk about on the damp wharfs when Manette is lonesome for company and the wine of the cafes?
A good question, citizeness, if one knows where the wine may be obtained without cost.
Manette knows where 2 such handsome men might drink without money.
Then Manette knows a secret we have not learned.
Perhaps. We all have secrets, which might be exchanged.
What do you mean?
There is a rumor about that 2 men such as you know the hiding place of a wealthy aristo.
This was what we've been waiting for. She moved close to us, her voice low, her eyes luminous as they reflected the faint light of the moon.
I know one who would pay well for such information.
The police of Citizen Chauvelin would pay well, citizeness. But not well enough.
The aristo we know of is very wealthy. Why should we take a few hundred francs and have his fortune seized by the Republic?
We seek a man who will share the fortune of the aristo with us. A man who has made a fortune himself recently.
We speak of the same man, the Scarlet Pimpernel.
The Scarlet Pimpernel, eh? All right, Manette. Take us to him.
No, citizen.
Why not?
His only direct contact will be with the aristo you name.
But we must deal with him too.
You shall deal with him, monsieur. But only through me.
Whoever he was keeping himself hidden, all right. We had to get past the girl and find the man who gave her her orders.
Name your aristo, citizen. Name him and tell me where he is.
I will speak only when I have proof that a bargain may be made.
What sort of proof?
A ship, mademoiselle. The bait that may be used for the aristo to uncover his fortune.
A ship that we too may board to protect our own interests.
You will not deal with me, then?
No, mademoiselle.
Very well. Perhaps you will regret it.
That is something we will know in time.
In a short time.
You will take us to him, then?
Follow me.
I'll say one thing for the pair of you. You fought a good fight for Frenchies. That ain't no use training. You're bound good and proper.
Oui. But for what purpose?
To loosen your tongue, mate. You got valuable information.
Oh, Blake.
Are you all right, citizen comrade? Citizen...
Oui, comrade. But my head throbs.
Well, now that you 2 of you are awake, suppose we have a talk.
Oh, what is it you wish to know?
You know where some rich Frenchy aristocrat is hiding. What's his name and where is he?
We will talk only to your leader, whoever he may be. Do not waste time. The hiding place of our aristo is suspect. He may be arrested any hour, and all will be lost. More than 50 million francs in gold.
50 million in gold?
Compared to this one, the Duc de Lamoignon was a beggar.
Tell your master, and tell him quickly, if such a fortune is lost through delay. He may not deal kindly with you.
All right, Frenchies.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
The man in the red mask was confident, sure of himself as he stared down at us. If I had known his voice, it was also possible that he might know Tony and me, perhaps well enough to see through our disguise of French seamen. I waited tensely for a sign of recognition, but none came.
I'll give you 2 minutes, my French friends. In those 2 minutes, you'll either tell me the name you refuse to tell my bosun, or I'll have you killed.
Can we trust you, monsieur?
The question is, can you afford not to?
Tell him, comrade, for such a fortune, even the devil would not play us false.
Very well. If you are in agreement, comrade.
The name?
We can lead you to the hiding place of Le Baron Seagull.
Baron Seagull?
I had struck home. His entire bearing became one of avarice, for I had named the wealthiest aristocrat in the south of France, a man sought by every revolutionary in the country.
The address of the hiding place. Give me the address, and I guarantee you freedom and a fair share of the Seagull fortune.
But there is no address.
The cursed aristo hides out in a hut in the woods beyond the city. Only one who knows the paths may find it.
You hold the power of life and death over us, monsieur. If we play you false...
If you play me false, I will know how to deal with you.
Then quickly, monsieur. Remove our bonds and follow us. Hidden away as he is, the Baron will not have heard of the fate of the de Lamoignon. For the Pimpernel, he will certainly uncover his gold.
All right.
As we left the deck, the ship's lantern showed up the name. Princess of Dover. We were rowed ashore. Somewhere on land, we'd have to make a move, a sudden move, and it might be our last. I waited until we were in the narrow, sloping streets, walking ahead of the others.
Say when, Blakeney?
At the end of this street. I'll try a ruse. Be ready to run when I do.
Wish our hands were free.
So
Talk louder, you two, or say nothing. No more mumbling.
We were discussing the best way to reach our destination, monsieur. I say this way, but my comrade does not agree.
You are always lost in the city at night.
Oh, bah, if we took your way, we should wind up in Paris. Monsieur, the road he would take would lead us back along the quay. Ask any of your men who know the town. Look down there. He would have us turn to the left, beyond the second arch. For a split second, they turned away from us, and that was all we needed. As their heads moved, so did we. Before they could wheel and fire, Tony and I had sprinted into the darkness of the nearest alleyway.
Catch them! After them!
They're coming, Blakeney. If one of us catches a bullet...
They won't fire. They want us alive.
I don't think we can outrun them with our hands bound.
We don't want to outrun them. Just stay far enough ahead. Keep them following. Turn, the next corner.
You have some definite place?
Yes. Yes, the police barracks in the square.
Are you mad, Blakeney? We can't run into the arms of the French police.
Oh, why not, Tony? They're on our side. After all, isn't our pursuer the Scarlet Pimpernel? I made straight for the docks, running all the way until my heart and lungs seemed about to burst for the exertion. I had to get there first. I had to see and identify the face that had been hidden under that red mask. When I reached the waterfront, the small boat that had brought us ashore was still tied where it had been left. I sat on the edge of the dock in the shadows and waited.
You sitting there on the dock.
Oui, monsieur.
Come here to me at once.
You sound like you are accustomed to ordering people about, monsieur.
I said, come here, you filthy beggar, before I take this gun and blow your head off.
There are soldiers about, monsieur. If you passed here a moment ago looking for something, or someone, they would surely hear a gun.
Look, you fool. I offer you a chance to earn some money. Gold. More than you've ever seen before.
In exchange for what?
Get me some men. A few seamen who can serve as oarsmen. I have a ship lying in the harbor. I must get to it.
You sound like you must get to it urgently, monsieur. You sound as though your life depends on it. Your life and your freedom. The price for each of those commodities comes rather high.
I said I'd pay you, you fool.
How much?
Anything you ask.
A very fair offer, monsieur.
Then come here and take this gold.
Suppose I bring some men, monsieur. We could take your gold and drop you into the sea.
But why? For what reason?
Must there be a reason, monsieur? It has happened before. It happened not long ago, in this same harbor, to a family named Lamoignon.
Come here. Come here and let me see your face. Oh, by heaven, I swear this gun will...
Oh, I will let you see my face, monsieur, and you will remove your mask and let me see yours.
Are you... You're the one who led me into the trap, you French...
Don't you talk of traps, monsieur, to betray a man for gold, to kill a woman and her children.
Listen, help me. You can have everything I got from them, every sou.
I want only one thing from you, monsieur, and look at your face. Might as well drop it. It won't fire again.
Let go of me. Let go.
When I have seen your face. I saw him. A face I knew. The face of Sir Thomas Landers. A man I had sometimes ridden with, gambled with. A man we'd almost trusted enough to bring into the League of the Scarlet Pimpernel. And I blessed whatever instinct had made me decide against him.
Why do you stare at me? Am I worse than you murdering French?
Yes, Landers. Afraid you are, much worse. And I'm not French.
I know you. I know your voice. Your face is strange, but I know your voice. I can't remember, but I know it. Who are you?
Let's just say that I'm the man you pretended to be.
Scarlet Pimpernel.
Thomas Landers, you have been condemned as an English spy by the tribunal and sentenced to death.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Help yourself to more wine, citizen captain.
Merci, Citizen Chauvelin. Usually, you know, I do not drink so much. But it is a glorious day for the Republic, now that the Pimpernel has lost his head to Madame la Guillotine.
I will not forget you, Captain. You will know the gratitude of citizen Chauvelin.
Oh, I did my duty quickly as the need arose. Of course, there was some help from the citizen I spoke of. A clever man.
Well, he shall have his 10,000 francs reward. He deserves it. What time did you say he would come?
Oh, he should be here now. I instructed him to come to your home at 10 o'clock tonight.
It is almost 11. Oh, well, he is probably delayed by friends and well-wishers in some tavern. What are you staring at?
That letter under the door. Was it there when I entered?
No.
It was not there a moment ago. Could some messenger have knocked without us hearing? Perhaps some petitioner afraid to disturb me for...
Citizen Chauvelin, what is wrong?
This letter, signed with a red flower.
The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring, with music composed and conducted by Sidney Torch. Produced by Harry Allen Towers.
They seek him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven? Is he in hell? That damned elusive Pimpernel.
The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring as Sir Percy Blakeney.
Robespierre was dead, a victim of that same guillotine to which he had sent so many of his fellows, and the worst excesses of the French Revolution were over, for the time being at any rate. Tony Dewhurst and I were on holiday, the guests of our old friends Sir Francis and Mary Trevelyan, on their estate near Fowey. The Trevelyans had an only daughter, Janet, aged 18, and as lovely as the coast of her native Cornwall. I had known her since she was a child. And one day, as Tony and I were strolling along the cliffs...
I can't make you doubt. Upon my soul, I can't. There's something wrong with that girl, Percy.
Janet, you mean?
Yes. You remember what she was always like in the old days? So gay and carefree, laughing, full of fun. Now she mopes around the house as though life no longer held any interest for her. Well, you must have noticed it, surely.
And dear fellow, how could I have failed to? Those eyes, Tony. So big and sad and full of dumb misery.
So red with weeping. It's obvious she's desperately unhappy about something.
Yes, but what?
Well, you've no idea. I'd helped you, man.
Well, not the vaguest, I'm afraid. Perhaps if one of us would have a talk to Francis.
As a matter of fact, I brought the subject up in a tentative sort of way when I was with him this morning. I was smartly snubbed for my pains.
Sure, it must be as plain to him as it is to us that there's something wrong.
Oh, he knows it all right, but he's not prepared to discuss it. In fact, I was practically told to mind my own business in the politest possible way, of course.
It was typical. The Trevelyans always were a proud family.
That's all very well, but ignoring the whole thing, as he and Mary seem determined to do, isn't going to help Janet very much, is it? And if I'm any judge, that child needs help.
Why don't you grasp the nettle and speak to her yourself?
Well, I think you're the one who should do that.
Oh, thank you,
Yes, you've known her so much longer than I have.
Yes, that's all very well.
But her parents might, resent any interference from me, whereas you've every justification.
Solacing unhappy young women is a little out of my line. Besides, I'm afraid Janet regards me as a rather aging and foolish fop. One of the less pleasant penalties of the double lives we lead. I doubt if she'd talk to me.
Oh, she's terribly fond of you. You know that.
Well, I can try, I suppose. The right opportunity comes along. The opportunity did occur the same evening. After dinner, Trevelyan had urgent business with the manager of the estate. Mary went off to bed with a headache. Tony, Janet, and I were left alone. After a moment or so, Tony gave me a meaning glance and rose.
Well, time for some air. A brisk walk to the beach and back, and then an early night. You'll forgive me if I leave you two together now?
Of course, Lord Dewhurst.
Oh, thank you. Good night. Night, Blakeney.
Night, Tony.
Would you like to play cards, Sir Percy? Piquet, perhaps?
Cards and, no, sure, nothing bores me more.
Then perhaps you'd care for the music.
Nah, no ear for it. Never did have. Don't say I don't like a good rousing tune, of course. Bagpipes, for instance.
I'm afraid we have no bagpipes.
I'd be surprised if you had. Well, let's just talk, shall we?
If you wish it. Tell me about the London season. Was it as exciting as ever?
My dear child, the London season is always exciting to those who contemplate it, and drearily dull to those who experience it. I've created an epigram. I never realized I was so clever. I must remember that one. The London season is always exciting to those who contemplate...
Why do you always pretend?
Pretend, my dear?
But to be such a fool.
Oh, I shouldn't say I'm a fool, exactly.
Of course you're not. You're far from it. All this nonsense you go on with may deceive some people, but it doesn't deceive me.
Doesn't it, Janet?
Not for a moment, and it never has. I've often wondered why you do it.
Perhaps there are good reasons.
I'm sure there must be.
Well, perhaps one day you shall hear them. Meanwhile, I'm glad you do know. Makes things a lot easier.
Easier? In what way?
Means I can say something I've been waiting to. Janet, I've known you for many years, and I've watched you grow up, and I don't have to tell you I'm very fond of you.
Of course not.
And at the moment, I'm also very worried about you.
Worried?
There's something troubling you, something wrong.
You're imagining things.
Bottling up one's sorrows never helps them. You can tell me, Janet. What is it?
It's just that...
Oh, now, don't cry, my dear. Don't cry. Here, dry your eyes on this.
Thank you.
Oh, that's better, isn't it?
Much better.
Oh, splendid. Now, let's hear all about it.
It's John.
John?
John Hawkins. You know, he lives by Magavesi.
You mean Sir Richard Hawkins' son?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, there's not much to tell, really. He went off to Oxford a year ago. After a while, we began to hear vague rumors of some sort of scandal. Then suddenly he came back.
On vacation, you mean?
No, he was sent down.
I see. Well, it's a fairly common story, you know. Youthful high spirits, lack of discipline.
If that's all it were, I shouldn't have minded. But it's much worse than that.
If you'd rather not go into detail.
No, I want to tell you. You see, he became friendly at his college with a number of students who were interested in politics. They like to consider themselves advanced liberal thinkers. They read books by people like Thomas Paine and Voltaire and Rousseau, and they converted John to their way of thinking.
Ah, now I begin to understand.
Till he became the most fanatical of them all. They just talked about these things among themselves. But he tried to force his opinions on the professors and lecturers and at meetings, and on the ordinary people in the streets. He started writing inflammatory pamphlets, urging the people of England to revolt like the French.
What's he like, really? Fundamentally, I mean, and underneath all this, would you say he was an ordinary, sensible, level-headed young man?
Before he went to Oxford, he always seemed to be to me.
Ah, well, perhaps you'll get over it in time. Next morning, Janet guided me to within a quarter of a mile of the beach and then left me. I had no trouble in finding young Hawkins, nor indeed in recognizing him. I greeted him, recalled our previous meeting, and sat down beside him, with the obvious air of a man who has time to spare and who enjoys a casual talk.
I heard the Trevalyans were entertaining guests. You're down from London, I suppose.
Yes. Deucedly glad to be away from the place for a while, too.
Tell me, how is London? Full of wealthy ne'er-do-wells and sycophants as ever?
Oh, really, now?
There'll come a day, and sooner than you think.
When heads will fall and the streets will run with blood, eh?
Yes.
Oh, sir, you've a most convincing flow of eloquence, but have you ever seen heads fall? Actually fall, I mean, you know, and the streets all flowing with blood?
Well, no, but...
I had, you know, in Paris.
You were there during the terror?
Yes. Got caught up in it, you know. I tried to help a couple of effete, decadent friends of mine.
You amaze me more and more. You'll be telling me next you're the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Oh, my dear fellow, no, not that. But if you doubt my word...
My dear sir, I've no doubt whatever that beneath that somewhat languid exterior, you're the bravest and noblest of men.
Oh, this is too much, really. Men have demanded satisfaction for less.
I'm at your service anytime you please.
Oh, thank you. But it so happens I don't believe in it. Don't believe in dueling. Disapprove on principle. Let me tell you this. Whether you believe it or not, I was in Paris during the Terror. And though revolution may be very exciting in theory, it's not very pretty in practice.
Thank you for the lesson, Professor. But I prefer to pursue my studies at first hand.
Oh, you're going to France?
Of course.
When?
Soon. When I return, I'll be an experienced revolutionary.
Oh, I say.
So look out for your neck, Sir Percy. Goodbye, you poor apology for a man.
What Hawkins didn't realize as he strode across the sand was that a small piece of paper had fallen from his pocket. I waited till he was out of sight before I retrieved and opened it. Its contents gave me an idea. I hurried home, sought out Tony, and told him the whole story.
If you ask me, Janet's well rid of such an ass.
But she loves him, Tony.
Well, she'll get over it in time.
I doubt it. And in any case, he's not an ass.
If one can judge from the stupid way he's behaving.
Yes, I know. But he's a decent lad. I'm sure of that. His only fault is that he's too young and too impressionable. He's allowed his mind to be poisoned by a lot of nonsense, and he doesn't realize it. That's our job. Make him see the truth.
Well, that's going to be rather difficult, isn't it? You'll say he won't listen to reason.
Well, talk won't get us anywhere. We need something more positive than that.
Yeah, but what?
He wants to go to France to see for himself. Very well, he shall. And with reliable guides.
Well, I still don't understand.
I told you he dropped a note.
Yes. Well, have you got it?
No. I left it where it had fallen in case he discovered his loss and returned for it. But what it amounted to is this. He's already arranged a passage to France, secretly, of course. At midnight on June the 17th, he's to meet a certain Citizen Croyeux, the Blue Anchor in Dover. And Croyeux is to take him across the Channel and thence to Paris, where presumably he'll be taken on a carefully conducted tour and shown what few good things there are about the revolution and none of the bad.
Ah, now it's all becoming clear. Croyeux will be unavoidably detained, and you'll turn up suitably disguised, of course, in his place.
Exactly.
And I, also in disguise, will be waiting to welcome him on the yacht.
And we'll show him France and what revolution really means.
Wonderful. June the 17th, you say? A long way from Dover. That means we'll have to leave almost at once.
I'm sure you'd feel as I do about this. I've already taken the liberty of ordering the horses for 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Tony and myself began one of the most curious adventures of our career. The first part was easy enough. We located the man Croyeux. He came ashore at Dover and disposed of him with no great trouble. I disguised myself as him and made my way at midnight to the Blue Anchor. Young Hawkins was already waiting. I led him down to the waterfront and aboard my yacht, the Daydream. We cast off and put to sea. So far, he had suspected nothing. Then with my skipper Briggs at the tiller, the three of us, Hawkins, Tony, and myself, entered the cabin.
Vous n'avez pas disé, déjà, venons nous, monsieur? Calais, peut-être? Ou Dieppe?
You need not talk French, Hawkins. You're not very good at it.
If you must know where we're heading, it's Boulogne.
I don't understand. You speak English, both of you?
Of course we speak English.
But I was given to believe you spoke no English. Is not your name Croyeux?
Citizen Croyeux met with an unfortunate accident. I decided to deputize for him.
Am I to understand that this is some kind of plot? That I've been, kidnapped?
You could put it that way, I suppose.
But why? And who are you, anyhow?
You may call me Jean, and my friend here, Pierre.
Well, those aren't your real names.
No. But that is something we are not at liberty to disclose. You are entitled to know, however, that we are members of an organization of which you may possibly have heard. An organization known as the League of the Scarlet Pimpernel.
What? This is absurd.
Absurd, perhaps, but true.
I demand you put me ashore at once.
You hear that, Jean?
He demands we put him ashore at once. C'est drôle, n'est-ce pas, Pierre?
Très drôle.
Suppose we refuse. What will you do, swim? We're already 3 miles off the coast, you know. Now you listen to me. You wanted to go to France, didn't you, to see how a revolution works at first hand?
How did you know that?
We have ways and means of learning these things.
We knew, for instance, of your appointment tonight with the estimable citizen Croyeux.
Suppose I did want to go to France. What's that to do with you?
Perhaps more than you realize.
In any case, you needn't think you're going to stop me.
My dear, foolish young man, we haven't the slightest intention of stopping you. In fact, that's precisely why we're here.
What do you mean?
You wish to go to France. Very well. We shall take you there. We're authorities on the place, you see. You wish to study the revolution and what it means in terms of human lives. Very well. We shall be your tutors.
We are authorities on revolution, too, you know.
And we'll show you what it really is like. Not as its champions would want you to believe. We'll show you how something born as an ideal can turn into a holocaust of hatred and blood and treachery and murder. We'll show you what happens when unscrupulous men arm and incite a mob and then step aside and let them wallow in death and destruction.
We've seen it all, monsieur. You'll find us excellent teachers.
Of course, there must be certain conditions. Pierre and I, as you imagine, are not precisely persona grata in some circles in France. From the moment we step on French soil, one word of betrayal from you or anyone else, and our lives will be forfeit. So we must ask you to give us your word of honor that in no circumstances will you reveal our identity to anyone.
You'd be prepared to accept my word?
Of course.
Knowing that if I broke it, you'd go to your death?
Certainly.
But why? Why do you take such a chance?
Because we think we know you a little better, perhaps, than you know yourself. Because you're English and the son of Sir Richard Hawkins.
I see. And suppose I refuse to give my word?
Oh, we beg of you most earnestly not to do that.
But suppose I do. A pistol ball in the heart, perhaps, and a dead body tossed overboard. After all, who's to know?
If you refuse, you have our word that you'll be returned to Dover and put ashore unharmed.
In other words, you'd really give me a free choice?
We have no wish to coerce you.
You realize, of course, that on the face of it, the whole thing is quite outrageous.
Oh, quite.
You've no right whatever to do what you did.
Not the slightest.
Unless it's mere whimsy, which I can't believe, I've no idea what your motives can possibly be. And I'm bound to warn you that nothing you can say or do is likely to alter my present beliefs and convictions. However, it's obvious you're sincere.
Oh, thank you.
So, you say our destination's Boulogne. When do you expect us to reach there?
Does that mean...
You asked for my word, gentlemen. You have it. As an Englishman and a Hawkins.
When we landed in Boulogne, young Hawkins, too, was in disguise. We renamed him Jacques, and we told him to hold his tongue. The journey to Paris was without incident, and much more pleasant than circumstances would have suggested. Hawkins bore us no rancor, and except on the subject of politics, he chatted freely and pleasantly, when no one else was listening, of course. I liked the boy. He was a good type, capable, and among other things, he was a superb horseman.
Oh, you ride well, Jacques. You fit the saddle as though you were born to it.
I was almost born to it. Father gave me my first pony when I was 4.
You like horses, huh?
When you've been brought up amongst them, you can't help but like them. They've got a sort of nobility about them.
Man's best friend, eh?
Trite, I know, but true. There's one thing in the world I can't bear, is to see a horse neglected or ill-treated. I see red at once. I simply can't contain myself. When I was 15, I saw one of our grooms thrashing an old mare. I took another whip and thrashed him.
Poetic justice.
Father punished me, of course. Not for the thrashing, which he approved, but for losing my temper. He was quite right.
Fathers usually are.
Some ways, anyway. How far are we from Paris?
About 15 miles. We should be there by nightfall. Looking forward to it?
I can hardly wait.
In Paris, we took rooms as usual at the inn called Les Trois Épis. Tony went off for an hour or so that evening, and next morning, after breakfast...
If you're ready, Jacques, we'll go now.
Go? Where?
To find the vantage spot in the Rue Royale. The tumbrils will be passing in an hour on their way to the guillotine. You're about to have your first lesson.
I see. Well, I'll go if you wish, but I don't know what you imagine it's going to prove. After all, I'm already aware that people are executed every day. I've known that all along.
Of course you have, but up to now, people has just been an abstract word to you. Today you'll see them as they are. Human beings, flesh and blood, men and women, facing their last moments on earth.
And not just men and women. You see, I spent an hour last night studying the execution list and learning what I could of those on it. I fancy you may find it very interesting. Let us go, shall we? The gray-haired man passing us now is Monsieur le Comte de Volontiers. His crime, beating a drunken officer with attacking his daughter. the Abbé Ducay. His crime? Refusing to disclose the whereabouts of a refugee. Madame Marie Dubois. Her crime? Refusing to become the mistress of a member of the commune. Louis Beaumarchais, a farmer. His crime? Publicly protesting against the wanton destruction of his barns and hayricks. Well, Jacques, now you know why people die in the great cause of liberty, equality, and fraternity.
There must have been more to it. There must have been circumstances you knew nothing about.
If there were, they weren't made apparent at the various trials, or what passes for trials in this country.
Even so, they were enemies of the state.
Deserving of death.
When you lop rotten branches from a tree, you have to be ruthless.
Le Comte de Volontiers is a rotten branch, or the Abbé de Caille.
I'll grant you that perhaps mistakes are sometimes made, but it's better than 10 innocent people should die than one guilty should go free.
I thought they saw it just the other way in England.
England?
Oh, England, I know. An effete, decadent civilization. Then let us proceed to the second lesson.
What's that to be?
We want you to meet some friends of ours. People we knew and loved, and to whose goodness and gentleness we can attest. Unfortunately, you won't be able to talk to them.
Why not?
Because tombstones are dumb. Come with us, Jacques. And so, day after day, the lessons proceeded. We took young Hawkins to the courts to see the mockery that was made of justice. We took him into the hospitals to see the people dying of starvation, into the slums to see the poverty and misery and degradation, to the opera to see the leaders of the commune, the new privileged class, with their wives and mistresses, flaunting their wealth and jewels. And still the fool was not convinced.
I concede you've made a good case, but not good enough.
You still believe in the glory of the Revolution?
Ultimately, yes.
You don't approve these things we've shown you?
Of course not. How could I? In a period of violent change, in the complete overthrow of a way of life, I believe they're inevitable. For a certain period, in any revolution, there must be excesses.
You think, then, that all this will go?
Yes.
That men who today live by cheating and betrayal, by theft and cruelty and murder, will one day change and become the wise rulers of this country?
When passions have cooled, I believe so, yes.
Then you don't know human nature, and there's little hope for you, I fear. We were told you were stubborn, but we'd no idea you were as blindly, stupidly stubborn as this. For heaven's sake... Oh, enough, Pierre. If the evidence of his eyes won't convince him, shouting at him won't. I am tired, and my soul is sick with the things I've seen today. Let us go to bed. There was little sleep for me that night. We had fought for the soul of John Hawkins, and it seemed to me we had lost. How was I to know that, in truth, victory was almost in our grasp? It happened next morning, suddenly, with no warning. We were walking in the Rue Richelieu, the three of us, and we were obliged to move aside to let a military convoy pass. A horse attached to one of the wagons was playing up, and as it came opposite us, the driver produced a great stave, and cursing angrily, he began to belabor the unfortunate animal.
Stop that! Stop that, you swine!
Take your hands off me! Oh.
See how you like a taste of your own medicine.
Oh! Help! Hey, what's going on? Alice, that man?
Come on, Tony, we've got to get him out of it somehow. Tony and I rushed to Hawkins' rescue. A dozen soldiers bore down on us, and in a few seconds it seemed half the street was fighting. Our swords were out, the three of us stood shoulder to shoulder.
Here for liberty!
Equality! Oh.
And fraternity, you murderous dogs!
There is an alley a few yards away. Fight our way to it if we can. Right. When I give the word, disengage, run for your lives. Now! In the narrow streets, we separated to confuse the pursuit. For a while it was touch and go, but at last we were clear. 10 minutes later, we were at Les Trois Épis, saddling our mounts. And an hour after that, we were clear of Paris, heading northwest for the coast. At Dieppe, our old fisherman friend, Pierre Ballard, supplied a boat. And so it was that as the sun rose behind us one morning, we sailed into Dover and made fast to the quay. The time for farewells had come.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how to thank you, too. You've been absolutely wonderful.
Right, then listen to the man, eh? So long as you're cured, that's all that matters.
Cured? That's what revolution means. God forbid it should ever come to England. If it does, I shall fight it with all my strength and all my heart.
Splendid. That's all we wanted to know.
I still don't know why you did it, though. Why you risked your lives all for the sake of making me realize my own stupidity.
Or perhaps one day you will understand.
But what's even more important, I still don't know who you are.
I am Jean. And I'm Pierre.
I mean who you really are. Now it's all over. Couldn't you possibly? That is one thing we never divulge. Just think of us as two good friends who wish you well. Now it is time for you to go. Goodbye.
Goodbye, monsieur.
Goodbye, my two good friends. Oh, lad, sir, there go the bells. Mustn't be late, must we? It's the privilege of the bride. What do you say to these cups? Yes, I think they'll do. Cravat? Right enough to pass muster, perhaps.
Have you got the ring?
Ring? What ring? Yes, here we are. Pardon my sir, I thought I lost it for a moment. Stupid of me.
Shall we go?
By all means. I say, just one thing, dear boy. It's just awkward of me to say this, but you'll forgive my embarrassment, I hope.
Well, of course.
Well, I know I'm not much of a fellow from your viewpoint. I mean to say, the effete, decadent types, as it were. Not the sort of person you'd have chosen for your best man. But it was dear Janet's wish, and so, I couldn't very well say a nay, could I? You do understand.
Better than you think, perhaps. The bells again. We're going to be late. Come on, my good friend, John.